nikmatnya kopi sore hari.
Lah udah lab. Halo adik-adik, selamat sore. Aduh sorry. Kirain belum lab, guys. Gak ada yang denger apa-apa kan ya? Untung mute gue ke mute nih tadi. Halo adik-adik, selamat sore. Balik lagi ke streamer official Watch Party Gaming. Hari ini ada big match. Enggak big amat sih ya. Tapi ada Bang Paprek ya kan. Gimana thumbnail gue, mantap gak guys? Apakah Mas Ilya akan bermain ya? Nah gitu dong Ben. Hah? Apaan lagi? Masuk. Absen lo Paujan Najre. Siapa lagi tuh? Coba gue scroll dulu aja. Lo Nabil, Hasbi, lo Cahaya, lo Daikri, lo Raja, halo Putu, halo Bayu, halo An, halo Rayura, halo Arik, halo Rizky, halo Rangga, halo XP, halo Bayu, halo X9, halo Kinder Boy, halo Ben, halo Ben, aku Bang, halo Pom, halo Ben. Ternyata sudah pas sekali kita streaming kan seperti biasa. Mulai nih guys. Aku Ben, halo Pusius, halo Tommy, halo Pinbra, halo Itzbi, halo Kue Ape, halo Prasetyo Adi, halo Peniel, halo Insalam, halo William. Roasting si Sapsap, apaan sih? Kok tiba-tiba si Sapsap? Hah? Aku Ben, halo Pahri. Apakah something main ya? Apakah Mas Ilya akan bermain? Top hours, gila. Marlboro merah masih top berapa tuh Marlboro merah? Lagi mode jilat apa gimana ya? Kagak main kayaknya, bro. Oh ya BTW guys. BTW tadi siapa namanya? Buat Paujan NNRP ya. Terima kasih 10.000-nya. Gue lagi nyeting OBS di donate. Mantap itu, saya suka. Langsung cengkering, langsung lab ya kan. Kita lihat walkout Bengkai adik-adik. Sabar. Ambil walkout Bengkai biar gak ngebug, kita buka dulu map 1. Bet PRX, bet PS ya. Bengkai, kur. Siap emot-emot ketawa yang tolol. Lu pasti lucu nih orang. Mana bang playernya bang? Oh, Inviging.
Ladies and gentlemen, the journey continues for the two heavyweight VCT Pacific teams, Paper Rex and Team Secret. The teams are getting ready for Game 1, and it's the first time they're facing off this season.
They didn't look super
Wah, Jing main guys.
I'm not so sure about this.
Bang Por, oke.
Waved awkwardly the camera.
I think they were feeling
What's up, Bang Por?
a little bit as well. The pressure, right? I mean, we talked about it. Envy, can he keep up with the likes of Forsaken and Jing? This is such a huge test for a player like Envy to face off
Judulnya pakai official banget. Iya, kenapa?
Legends at such a young age for Paper Rex and APAC as a whole.
Oh, Lish masih main.
Veterans on the team, of course,
Mas Ilya belum main kayaknya guys ya.
Anybody here at VCT Pacific.
What was that look?
Yeah,
Jesse
staring him down. Yeah, you see that? I mean, just we
Mengerikan
didn't hear
gitu.
anything, but you could definitely tell he was like, just stand down, Divine.
Anjay, PRX MF.
Spicy with the talk sometimes.
He
You
can.
get a little bit, but Dubstep and Mind Freak, you know, this is going to be interesting. Dubstep there, we got to see at least one kind of throwback to his days of being a Jet main, and he played pretty darn well, but yeah, Borkum.
Selamat sore warga Instagram VCT Pacific. Tungai. Gitu.
Only one part of
Tappingnya.
the dance. It's just a little teaser.
Ternyata dia jadi badutnya hanya di turnamen internasional master ya.
Honestly, something else I want to point out is I know
Apa itu?
he's been talking about how listen, I can still keep up with the likes of Forsaken.
Kurang cute ini Bengkai ini.
Duelist for duelist. But today, I think he actually kind of just has to give a little bit more room for the second line over on Team Secret.
Here we have our coaches, Warbirds and Alex.
Lagi sakit gigi nggak bisa banyak gaya kan udah ke dokter gimana sih?
So he's been leading this squad.
Kebanyakan kalau cosplay iya sih. Kayaknya dia kalau cosplay di ini doang dah di internasional doang.
Can you take this new roster of Team Secret? How can you really shape them up to be a world-class team? Because it seems like the potential is starting to show.
Yeah, and the players speak very highly of him in the way that he's come in and
lihat di sini pada bet apa? Wow, pada PaperX ya.
Not necessarily more standard Valorant, but they're playing off of each other.
RRQ pulang ya Ben? Iya pulang, KGH.
Everything seems to be a much more well-oiled machine here, and that's got them a lot of confidence. That's got them rejuvenated. That's got them,
Kadiki bangun hari ini live PRX gak Dik? Wah dicariin Abu. Donate, gue jawab.
Team Liquid wasn't in their best form yet. Blah blah blah. Talent, I don't know, didn't look so good in their second match. But I think these guys, maybe we need to start, especially if they win today, we need to start saying that it's Team Secret that's making these teams look bad.
Yeah, absolutely, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if, PaperX usually plays a messier, chaotic style or whatnot. If they win today, even if it's a 2-1 score, I think everyone has to start giving credit where credit is due. It's the, squad of 5 and their coach and Warbirds really pulling up to say, we are a contender to be a top team here in VCT Pacific.
That was probably one of the longest huddles I've ever seen. Warbirds was just building his nest there and getting his chickens ready to go. Flight.
Oh my god.
Sorry, they were just, it was really
there. It was there.
You could see the team bonding happening.
No, you could. Yeah, I mean, I think it was more than just, strategic talk. It was clearly a very deep pep talk there for the team. And I think this is one of the more important matches for them, both in terms of power check and the style of opponent.
Yeah, no doubt. So this is the same ban as last time. The first ban for Team Secret is
sebentar ya adik-adik, saya masih menjadi IO nih buat sampai besok. Aduh.
They banned last time, which was Icebox. So now, kind of curious here for
jadi IO, gue jadi IO bro, biasalah.
I mean, do you want to go into?
Wow, Heaven-nya Team Secret keluar ya.
Really solid map, but I think a solid map for both teams. So this one should be a pretty good. I think a really good close.
Ini gue ngurusin bukberan buat besok, guys.
Right? And even though they're a very attack-heavy team, and that map is attack-heavy,
mantap nih.
The 3 sites really throws them off, but they're gonna take it right.
Apakah kita akan melihat Lotus Decider?
In Fracture.
Oh, that was a map that.
Siapa yang tadi malam nonton Sentinel, guys?
So that shows a lot of confidence here from PaperX. I like that from that aspect.
Di mana Sentinel bikin deg-deger bukan? Oh, di band Lotusnya. Itu tadi malam sih match mahal ya, tadi pagi. 2 kali OT. Oh, split.
We finally have our first split map pick. Well,
it was, yeah.
It wasn't really a pick.
No one voluntarily picked it.
Naik botnya curang padahal gua duluan.
I was thinking though, if there was a matchup early on in VCT Pacific where split.
Kayak pembantaian ternyata, kukira pembantaian ternyata kemenangan. Bocil Sentinel gak beli padahal udah dibilang. Ben Kogo nggak bisa bet. Lu abu. Berjoynya lupa di like adik-adik ya. Konyol, like-nya masih 30, woi. Konyol nih bocil VCT, gue udah mulai gak seneng nih. 123. Like gak lu, hah? Tumben link gacor belum dipin, belum, sabar.
Oh baby, give me that Yoru.
Oh my god.
As a Yoru main, I just cannot wait. I listen.
But it is for
Yoru.
I am a Yoru believer as well.
Anjay, Yoru, let's go, Yoru guys.
Anyone who's played Yoru has thought this for sure. In theory, a 3-site map is perfect for Yoru, right? Because you can always try
Yoru again.
To get the lurks. Now, Haven is a little bit tricky because the entry point into each of the sites is narrow. So if you try
apakah akan lagi, Bang
But
Por?
you also have the Cypher there as well. So especially on defense, you can really just
bentar ya, saya jadi IO lagi.
with the Cypher on Benkai and then try to get crafty, see if you can draw out some util from that Yoru.
I mean, the thing I always say with Yoru is it requires really good coordination at the pro level to pull it off. I've seen glimpses of it from PaperX. I haven't seen enough. In fact, I thought Ethan, with the way that EG did this at Lock-in, I thought they piloted the Yoru the best I've ever seen. I want to see improvements here for PaperX. I know Forsaken is a god-tier gamer. I need to see it now, god-tier teamwork behind this Yoru.
and Envy on that breach as well is going to be so crucial, because the biggest difference here is that there's no breach for Paper Rex on a map like Haven, where we've seen breach almost every time it's been picked throughout all the different metas. So if that breach can really just shut down the aggression coming out from Paper Rex, it's going to be a crucial win condition for Team Secret.
The boys are looking very
Tes
serious
Pasifik
right
kerennya
now.
dibanding Amerika.
This is gonna be a
Kalau Amerika
high
kayaknya
game for both sides,
lebih
with
mewah aja.
all
Kalau
everyone
Pasifik
from
nih
back home
lebih ke
watching
konsep
them.
Valorant
All
Valorant
this
Master.
get into the game and hear from our casters, they are all
Kalau yang Amerika gue ngelihatnya kayak tempat b-boy, tau nggak lo? Kayak tempat adu breakdance.
And Achilles, tell us, how many knife kills are we gonna see today?
Ooh, that's a tough one to gauge, I think, as far as the knife kills are concerned. I'm hoping for many, but yeah, I'm always stressed smartly.
Perez gak ada ban sama pegangannya, kan belum ada ban. Bannya masih di rework, bro. Belum balik. Tunggu 2 updatean, 3 updatean baru balik ke turnamen harusnya.
As far as who people expect to be able to take this, obviously fairly long-standing rivalry. These guys have played back and forth against each other since, you know, before Team Secret came into the fold. Roster, but we've seen that back and forth, and widely it has
10.000 dari Abu. Pesan, bukber sama viewer dong Bang Di.
Bukber sama viewer. Lah bukannya di Jakarta itu yang sama Nugi ya, Bu. Makasih 10.000-nya, Bu.
Still look very fired up. PaperX still some things to work on, but at the same time,
Kita tiap hari di live-nya juga bukber sama viewer nih.
Bang. Really over prepares for. It's probably this one.
Definitely has to be, because this is something that they've played so many times before, at least in the previous years of Valorant. But coming now into this, we know that PaperX has some tricks up their sleeves. Of course, with the Euro pick already, it's going to be a little bit of that sense of fixing mistakes once again. You know, all those maps that we've seen before, like in the previous months, Lock-In, maybe even Champions. We do see PaperX getting a little bit too frag heavy, a little bit too aggressive for positions that they keep playing. They just get picked off. So I'm interested to see how Warbirds builds this team up, how he's gonna control them and fix their some slight tiny mistakes.
Kapan? Hari
So
apa?
far, what we've seen from Warbirds and his effect on the squad, it's been looking very good. Let's see if that's going to continue.
Ya udah, nanti ke sana.
Going to get a very nice ping. 4 players going to be revealed outside of a lobby. So already hefty info here in the pistol round for Jesse Fashion. You can also see Dubstep getting himself into a forward position, tucked away over at C. Right.
Ya barang aja ntar nih Bangki lagi gawe, buset.
Okay.
It's gonna be the fake out straight into garage, getting a little bit of control. A dink onto Borkum.
Ya terserah. Berapa? Bilangnya berapa? 35 ya udah.
Borkum though 1 HP in the backside of sight, swing
Salam.
out. Still Van manages to find Jing, clipping him in the head. Forsaken here on the side.
Pusing.
Bang through the box. Borkum takes him down somehow.
Kalau sore-sore tuh sibuk, bro, makanya sulit nih nobar nih.
Down at the end of it all, as Team Secret will go ahead and find the first round.
Oh man, like that's a great start for Team Secret. PaperX, clearly they had some intentions of heading towards A, but that was instantly blocked off, and they decided to head back towards C, where I think this one position, this one play from Dubstep did so much, effectively nullified the alternate approach, leaving only Garage to be left to worry about, and that's where things really start to fall apart for PaperX.
Wow. Still seeming like they're remaining serious and not going to get overzealous quite just yet. You know, it's just the pistol. Now going into the eco, seems like we're just going to have PaperX at their sights over onto the B site, which is ever so common. Dubstep again, getting tucked away. Jump out of the smoke.
Uy.
They just get mowed down one after the other.
Wih, gila TS.
Seth, this is
a rough start.
Terasa nonton Oceans, ya bacot.
It's a terrible start, my friend.
Gak punya HP, lu gak punya temen ya, mampus. Kalau nggak, kalau lu risin ngeliatin gue main HP, gue matiin aja dulu pas kemana bentar ya.
Well, a flawless round here for Secret to close out the anti-eco, so going to be carrying forward all of their weapons, so Spectres across the board, aside from just a single Marshall. I'll see how that gets put to use here in a moment, but yeah, I mean, Dubstep coming up huge already, which is a fantastic start. Crucially, you know, we do see from PaperX, they've opted to go for the Cypher. I do like that when they get over to the defending side, to really just make sites unassailable, catch people who are trying to lurk in behind you. But on the attack, you need to kind of deliver a bit more.
Duh ya Allah, Akbar, ada aja.
Drone does get a reveal. They managed to find two. Jeremy goes to the aggressive push.
Bangpor gaming.
Manages to find one. That's going to be a rifle on the floor.
Look at this. 3
Jangan
players
begitulah bang, sabar ah. Gue masih main HP nih bentar.
At the same time, aggression on the other side. Dubstep very forward position on to C, trying to hold them off or gain information.
Blinded, the paranoia going to expire. There's the swing out. Spike now going to be dropped.
Ih, gila masih dapat aja loh dua orang.
As well as Mindfreak.
Akbar, makasih udah jadi member lagi Akbar.
Gonna force Jesse Bash to push out of the smoke through garage. Ends up getting taken down. Swing around the back of sight. Borkum unable to line it up. 2 weapons dropped. Not terrible here for the side of Secret. PaperX is going to be very grateful that they managed to get through this bonus. We saw a lot of conversions yesterday, so they managed to get on the board.
I think it's simple but effective. This is similar to what what they wanted to do on the first round, hovering around A lobby, and that's where I think that push came into hand from Team Secret. PaperX instantly knew how to react to that, and this time a little bit more careful about their approach towards C.
All right, but here's the thing: we're going out into round 4. Dubstep has his lockdown. As far as trying to clear that out, quite a ways away from a Hunter's Fury here from Divide. Whoa. Maybe a paint shell so he can line it up. Pushing through, Jeremy makes his exit with the blast packs. He will be safe.
But this is the same sort of pressure that we've seen so many rounds.
Sabar, Bangkong!
Just constantly into towards A, trying to push them back, trying to temper Team Secret and prevent.
Asli dari kemarin nggak bisa bet, ganti itu aja, ganti akun.
Backed away quite a bit.
Tapi sayang ya udah poinnya udah banyak.
Be able to find one. Jesse Bash just stops to remove it. Meantime, Benkai has inched his way forward just outside of B. Certainly be hearing the alarm.
Ben sayang poin. Weh, kompe. Oh, konyol. Kompe. Kita tidak menerima kompe di sini, tapi yang mau top up boleh.
Stray rotations, perhaps. The rest of them are hovering around the A side, but this is the thing. Team Secret isn't really moving. Maybe the only one is Jesse Bash just to suss up.
Lah, di bawah.
Yep. Jeremy gonna find one. Takes down.
Ih, cakep Davai anti-flashnya.
Swing a bit delayed. Try to get that kill. Ends up falling.
Bangpor.
Jesse Bash now.
Por.
Tries to get in, break this down, and it nearly has the lineup.
Masih dapatnya si boomer itu ya.
But he does not. Borkum in the meantime though finds Benkai. Into the dimensional drift goes Forsaken, scouting out, doesn't see anybody in heaven. Gets the ping on the Borkum.
Whoa.
Here's that.
Oh no.
Should be prepared.
Aduh, reload lu Bangpor.
You need to defend this. Push coming in, they get one. Dubstep get the other. Dubstep is the last one standing. Spike not planted, doesn't have to defuse the damn thing. And that is going to be them taking a round away. But significant damage dealt, only a singular weapon carried forward as we go into round 5.
And that is good enough damage, I think. I mean, you were absolutely right, Seth. That lockdown was the key factor in this round for Team Secret. They had that extra ace up their sleeve. And of course, PaperX, I think some of these protocols were pretty good. The way that they actually gained contact on towards A, leaving Benkai on the lurk on B. It was good, but just, once again, that lockdown changed everything.
Not without cost either, because obviously your ult now going to be burned. Clear out the cam. PaperX again just to at least take away position here from Team Secret, not allow them to have that forward hold down in A, but as it
Apakah butuh Mas Ilya ini, guys?
inevitably going to end up being the hit.
Nah, ini Jing nge-carry ini lihat deh.
Go in for it.
Showstopper's available. Doesn't even need it.
Okay, nice Bangpor.
Not be able to use it now. Forsaken able to find one. Jesse Bash is holding on the corner.
Oh my god, boomer.
Just to catch Jing. And again, one player down.
Apaan lagi nih, astagfirullahaladzim.
Secret will stretch the lead by 3.
And the predictions seem to be working well for you, Seth. I mean, this is, again, like the same thing that we're talking about from PaperX. Sometimes things aren't working out so well. Sometimes you start to figure out that you can't just outduel, you can't out-aim yourself out of every single situation, especially when it comes down to that lockdown from the previous round. You're just pressured to push forward. Forsaken, you know, maybe the best you can hope for is 1 frag, Defy maybe a second, but then again, like that's just so much pressure at hand. So off to the next round, you just have pistols, and that's it. And you just watch them send it onto A. Not much cover and move maneuvers or anything. It's just wild.
Yeah, I mean this is.
SMT next map main kah? Ya, kita lihat saja ya.
That's not going to continue.
Tapi lagi masih 100 sih, nggak mungkin main sih.
Again, with how familiar these two
si tergantung ya kan.
Rosters are with one another.
SMTH makin kalah sih. Nah, kalau itu konyol tuh komen tuh.
Pumped here by Coach Alex. Come in and step in and saying, okay, Let's maybe integrate some
Itu player jadi, bro. Player matang.
Get ourselves into these sites as we go into this next buy round and then try to get the win from there.
I mean, I like the idea of sending out a little bit of utility just to contest a long, a short, prevent Team Secret from getting so much space or information, especially because this is Haven after all.
Gimana nih? Boomer-boomernya lagi kuat-kuatnya nih sekarang.
On the defending side, but for Paper Rex, like you mentioned, right? You need more utility as you go for those sites.
Bimo, terima kasih udah join member lagi. Tama, terima kasih 6 bulannya. Mantap rubah. Aduh, Jeremy, cok.
Absolutely screwed in that situation. Benkai will find 2 though. That's going to give him the neural theft. Pops that instantly, but here they are. The reveal happens and the bullets start flying.
Astaga, Borkum.
Borkum scooping up 2 on the backside, and this is the spike.
Astaga, dimaju-majuin, bro.
2v3. They have to outduel this one.
Work cut out from here for the duelist duo. Jing able to find 1.
No, Jing.
Down into short.
Oh, one more Jing.
Weapon not available, and now we're in a 1v1.
Kanan Jing. Wah, ente dah.
And he will once again be the last man.
Ini main apaan sih? Bang!
It's just tough. I mean, the win conditions just
Gue nge-BTS, Bang.
simple. You really just had to shoot and duel your way out of that one. But when
Satu
it
bulan
comes
lagi
down
merah
to
nih
it, I think
kodok, mantap
Dubstep
Bimo.
had the
Makasih
sense
11
to actually
bulannya.
push up a little bit more forward. So Jing wasn't expecting him to be on the
Bang
far right.
kangen nih, rewel si Tante Hode.
Towards window, which is where the paint shells was. But then again, this is what happens off the timeout. You think that, yeah, Paper Rex might have come in with an
Rex emang udah pede banget pakai Yoru di semua map. Ya, kalau Yoru main mungkin sudah pede.
We're seeing this time and time again. We had these plays happening even just yesterday. Granted, it was
Sebenarnya ngeselin tau Yoru.
but you come off the backside of these timeouts, you have to kind of almost start anticipating that there is going to be that mid rush into
Set,
window.
si Por udah.
It's becoming
Wah,
way more
telenya
commonplace these
oh,
days.
telenya fake ya.
Really, really strong.
Certainly something to keep in mind for teams in the future, as well as for Paper X for the rest of this half.
Awas, awas.
Hello, get out of the way. Getting body blocked.
Gak mati. Oh, nice. Nice. Thrifty gaming yuk. Nice, main free gaming.
Best as possible. It's not really able to spawn anything.
Iya, ilah sial banget weh, cheat itu weh.
Check this area.
Boom, check his PC.
Brings it now into a 2v3. Jesse Fash just arriving over at C. Breaking these defenses.
Long.
Covered. Going to prove to be a little bit difficult, even with the Vi on this Stinger. Bill comes across. Jing looking to go ahead and rotate around behind. Get the backstab here. On to this Killjoy. Check back comes in. Jing's got the kill. There we go. And while he's trying to hold him, Bash will manage to draw down fast enough to get him. But
Aldian Epa, makasih udah join member.
He'll be the one to get the final kill, and Paper X will find a second round.
Playing ratty.
Bagi yang dukung PRX ngeselin
This is
kan.
how they kind of decided that, all right, A hit's not really working out. Let's head back towards C. And because of these close range
Contoh
tools,
bersaudara Gen 3 cuma bisa Yoru. Buset. Gen 3 udah kayak JKT, bro.
At that range, initiating fights with the showstopper. This is kind of what we need to see from Paper X. I think kind of like what Will was talking about before we actually headed into
JR May makin jago aja. Anjay, JR
So
May.
you need someone else to step up as that catalyst.
Itu juga JR May. Daripada Jeremy ya, kurang JR May sih. Gue lebih setuju. Wow. Mana sih?
He doesn't trust it at all, so he is just shooting them.
Cakep dah, bay.
But yeah, Dart comes in before Borkum can make his way into
Wah, di let's go, bro. Oke, Jing, one more Jing. Oh, nice. Let's go, JJ. One more JJ. Oh, mantap.
The divide with one of his own takes down Jeremy.
Ah, Jemrai mau kemana Jemrai?
And as I say it, he dies. Very a much cleaner round here.
Santai bro, maaf taker. Oh, dikasih gebrakan 2 kali langsung time out. Tenang. Bocil kertas, aman bocil kertas.
I mean, it's that coordinated set play that we wanted to see, and of course, the C long being a shorter route than heading towards A with an A split push. You weren't able to just overwhelm your opponent. I think
si Benkai pakai crosshair per second yang dulu, guys.
At that point, and when everyone rotated over, Paper X were already prepared to watch down those angles. We even had Benkai
Kenapa?
Holding off garage.
Gue melihat Benkai sebagai IGL yang pendiam gini ya. Lagi serius banget apa?
Want to keep that momentum in their hands, and Paper X after just winning 2 rounds, just
dia kayak cuma ngasih kayak strat, terus udah deh gas gitu. Pas udah masuk set udah temen-temennya yang nge-call anjir. Apa masih sakit gigi? Hah? Kan udah ke dokter kemarin. Emang gitu ya dari dulu ya? Pas udah perang langsung diem tuh.
You have to suspect that it's not gonna be very
Saponte
strong.
bocil judi upgrade membership tuh Kongswet gak keci welcome. Saponte nomor 1 poin anjay.
I think the
Terima kasih
question
sudah
here
upgrade
for
Pak
Team
Haji.
Secret is, which is the next site they're gonna hit? How are they gonna do it? I mean, now they have a little bit more freedom because they
Nah
have
kalau
that
ini
firepower.
Gen 2 bang.
It's
Oh
proven that they have some strats that they're hiding. How do we
Ya,
want
masa
to
langsung
kind of
sembuh?
force them into making some of these mistakes?
Gue nggak
force them
lama
into
loh
making
waktu
some of these
dokter
plays?
gigi
If
ya.
you have an eco buy,
1 bulan katanya baru sembuh.
maybe you wanna go
Oh
off of
1
that
bulan
mid-round
lama
push.
banget.
Maybe you
Kenapa
wanna
tuh
hide
giginya?
in some corners where shorties might work.
Look at
Gue
C
waktu itu
right
nyeri
here.
yang
The moment
parah
you see that you
cuman
got Dubstep and Borkum set up to try to
5
get
hari ya bang.
Coalition, maybe get into that cubby once again. Smoke is already used. Here they go, getting ready to swing the corner.
Oh.
Flash leads the way, and instantly Borkum going to be taken down. Dubstep is well spotted. The entry through
Yeah.
clears the site. The ping is well revealing Dubstep on the way out. And C site absolutely in the hands of Paper X.
And again, it's just that fast play. That kind of push into the cubby of C
Cakep nih
only
Benkai nih.
works if you're
Hampir lu Benkai.
towards A, but
Oh
now
nice.
The cover fire.
simple.
It seemed like Jeremy was going to be able to get that one on the
Jangan
back
keculik, ini Ron Iko.
time. Perfect timing on the arrival.
Oke mantap, Pai.
Devai, you know, we're talking about him how
Devai
he
juga
usually
second
a
color
quieter
band, jadi
player,
aman aja.
but in their
Aman
last
sih.
matchup had those crazy
Gara-gara
clutches
salah
to
makan.
drag them
Oh.
across the line on that map of Lotus versus the FM. Today, he is absolutely farming.
I mean, without a doubt. We saw him with the Hunter Sphere from the previous round, starting things for his team, closing off certain spots and angles. This time around, I mean, a lot more confidence, just finding a lot of these frags, basically almost playing deathmatch. And a lot of people don't know this about him.
Pada
First
Phantom
year,
iya nih.
first couple
Pada
years
Phantom
with
Recon.
Rex, he was the one playing Jet alongside Forsaken.
Bang
Now
Ben
more on
tadi
the
cosplay
initiator. He's
enggak
doing
dia
such a great
pakai ini aja.
Let's see how Team Secret
Pakai
responds.
topi aja. Masih sakit gigi.
Take a great jet
Belum
player
nyiapin gerakan tambahan.
and mold them into pretty much
Ya, Sipor gak pakai Oni ya. Pisaunya ya.
some teams still struggle.
Teorinya kurang, guys.
But
a little bit
we've
slower.
seen that from time and time again from DRX that it's definitely possible, and Devai just another decent example of it. Dimensional drift, scouting through, spots Borkum. Not going to be seeing too much else. And
No.
jumps out right here in the
Ya, di trade sama Jeremy, Cek.
Benkai finding another Jing as well, shutting down Dubstep and
Gua
Quad.
doang apa tadi ultinya Sipor lama banget ya?
Jeremy on this side of the map, Jesse Bash still
Udah
an
0 masih
eternity
bisa
away.
invisible.
Finally starting to rotate back through across the spawn. They have a
Ya, 3v2
showstopper. I'm
aman lah.
curious if they feel like they could play for this, but
Oh, they're
looks like the answer is going to be yes. And
No.
goes in. He finds the
Oh
elimination,
nice,
but
nice,
the
nice, nice,
Mind
nice.
Freak,
Ngepick
they
bareng.
cover the defending side. They get the
Oh,
kills.
lama, iya kan?
Suddenly, just like that, we are all tied up.
Gara-gara spectate
It
kayaknya dah.
has to be a smart prediction, I think, from Paper Rex, anticipating
Halu
the
Ben, skip
possible
dulu
showstopper.
kalau
We
Abu
noticed
nggak
their
valid,
post
nggak
plant
valid.
positions, they weren't all out in the open. They might have been covering some
Benkai dapat mulu nih ngelor.
potential angles, but that long rotation gave Paper Rex a little bit more space to set up for this contact play, playing off of each other, peeking out at the same time. Doesn't matter if you lose someone that's a showstopper, and of course,
Kenapa
I
itu
think
Mind
it's,
Freak?
a lot better that we're seeing this on the side of Team Secret as well. You know, they're trying to
Dia
make some
dia Abu top
adjustments,
5. Ya ilah, top 5 poin
I
doang.
need to respect Paper X a little bit.
Flash in the mid.
Gue juga bisa langsung top 1 nyusul lu pada. Mau gue buktiin. Weh!
Jeremy will be able to
Nakal,
find one, but
Jeremy.
it's gonna be traded. Ping goes out, and Bash now going to be taken down. Borkum will find
Poin doang bang,
one
tuh
more
lihat
for his
lihat ada yang
troubles.
rungkat gak terima lah tuh.
Now it's a 2v3. He makes it a 2v2.
Si preman.
Sat
anjing.
here on the cam. Wasn't ready for Borkum, but still finds the kill. Just given the weapon advantage.
Yang gak doang apa nggak punya ibu bapak.
Spike dropped in V.
I don't know if he swung out wide enough to notice that the spike wasn't there. Either way, the TP does go ahead and pick it up for him. But because Envy doesn't push further out, he also has not been able to recover a weapon.
Bro kayaknya lihat Perek di push, iya.
Not quite sure where any of the Paper X players might be hiding. He has to kind
Kayaknya
of suss them out, maybe tap
mengapus
the
ini.
spike a little bit. He's got a little bit of utility to work with
Udah
too.
nggak top 5 bang, kemarin
Ben
rungkat 100.000 tuh.
On the journey of his own.
Well, line's good, but so is the paranoia. Gets
Bitaw
himself into
gua.
cubby. Envy tries to line it
Oh.
up. Just a hair off there. Paper X will go ahead and string together 4 consecutive rounds.
Really
Last
close.
round in the
I
half.
like what Team Secret are trying to cook up
I
though.
am actually fully incorrect. I think
Bang
it's
top
5.
1 bet apa?
Yes, it's
Tuh
5.
ditanya
It's
bang
now
top
in front of my
1.
face. I forgot to write one down.
But this is great. I mean, yes, it gets a little bit brawly at times with the way that they're pushing into each other, with the way that Ben is trying to control it, just lurking off in his own spawn of all places. It's Team Secret trying to throw a wrench in PaperX's plans, and at times, this is the result. This is the damage that they get. If PaperX didn't quite have the economy this round, that would have been a good play, but here we go back into it. Last round of the first half.
Looks like we might be ending things similar to the manner in which they started. Those early rounds all entirely focused on the A site.
Very safe positioning from Team Secret, though.
Yeah, which is good. And honestly, I was kind of anticipating this, just given that they do have that lockdown available. You can just allow them to get into the site if necessary, and then use the lockdown, go for a full 5-man retake in one fell swoop. Boombot leading the way. Find much of anything. A couple cyber cages now going to get set up by Benkai. Spike gets brought forward.
Like kagak mau 500, gas lah.
Right in position.
Might as well have rolled out the red carpet for this one. PaperX, they will commit to the spike plant, but the positioning afterwards, they have no choice but to run away. And then all that time, Team Secret sets up camp on A.
Great aftershock. Flush him out. Jeremy able to find one. Forsaken going to be taken down, but not before he finds the Envy. 4 members left. Jeremy dangerously low. Benkai starting cheat forward. Showstopper now going to come out. Benkai gets the collat. Suddenly, Jing, not going to be able to make it happen. Swings the corner to try to interrupt, and Jesse Vash takes his head off. So 6-6. Perfect parity between these two SEA squads as we end the half.
And this is what the fans expect as well.
Aduh, ya Allah,
So much
pusing guys sebentar ya.
rivalry, so much chatter on Twitter. And it comes down to this showdown between them on the first map of all things. A little bit of heroics from Benkai. But then again, it's that.
Oke, sebentar adik-adik. Saya
Yeah, he's popping off.
spinning around.
mumpung lagi timeout.
Knowing that they're looking
Bentar
for
ya.
that spike plan. We have the lockdown. We
Ya,
know we
hilang
can
semua dah,
retake this.
konyol,
Let's go
konyol.
together. It's not a problem.
Aneh banget di PC.
Let's see how PaperX
Nah,
are now going to be
lecet,
pairing
sabar,
with this
sabar.
double duelist shifting
Discord.
over to the defending side. We did see quite a bit of success on the defense just yesterday between Zeta and RRQ. That's where both teams were able to, collect the majority of their rounds.
Aman bro, aman bro.
That's going to continue to be the case. On a map
Puasa,
where
Ben.
typically we have
Apaan sih
seen the
puasa?
attacker be a little bit more favored.
Pasti dipaksa jadi IO. Ya sabar, gua mau ngisi format dulu.
Kind of the thing that I like to see from PaperX on their attacking side. You notice that this Yoru pick is really interesting, but the way that he's been using it is not such an explosive, duelist, frag-heavy sort of style. In fact, one of those rounds he used his dimensional drift to gain information for his team, and it's more like that pseudo-initiator, catalyst sort of gameplay. On the defending side, though, I think this is where he can kind of mind trick freak out the minds of some of these Team Secret players. The way that you play off your gate crash at times can be a really, really fun mind game layer sort of thing for Team Secret.
To give context, in case anybody doesn't know, Benkai had a root canal fairly recently, so
chipped his tooth eating K barbecue.
not just a stray tooth enthusiast who's curious about Benkai's dental health, but Benkai seemingly doing quite well and not letting it affect his gameplay too much. So
yeah, man is very, very much so a little bit more reserved in person, but in game you can see that he is very much so in control, not letting his emotions just spiral out and not taking any ego peaks or anything like that. In fact, it's more of Jing and Forsaken that we want to watch out for. But in all of these games, what I'm really impressed by is Devi stepping up as an initiator of all things. Dubstep even anchoring down sights on the defending side, but we have swapped. It is the second half.
And we have now onto the attack go Team Secret, and it looks like they're going to go for this A site already. Stun comes out across.
Tumben gak nge-vape. Nantilah. Sorean guys. Lagi magar.
Deep, but never mind. He's actually not trying to get himself into Link and will just be crunched. Forsaken arrives over here in heaven, waiting to hear some sounds of the spike.
Here.
Plant comes down, but it's behind box. Not going to be able to get anything done. Dubstep in the meantime. Going to be set on this lurk.
Oh, this flank.
3 people ready to watch the flank. The first right click comes in. Envy, that's a kill on the Jing.
Not just any kill too, that was huge impact. Because this delays the other
konyol.
push coming in. See the rotations all the way
Eh,
through.
kok ada ininya guys?
Behind
Sorry.
Freak. And at this point, his teammates are gone.
Ngomong apa? Ada tasbar bang.
They were pushing back around sewer. They heard him cutting through B. It looks like Mind Freak gonna try to find some value. Gets
Whoa.
even on the dubstep, taking him down to 10 HP, but cannot find the kill. Secret will go ahead, move up 2 for 2 on pistol rounds here on Haven.
Dude, Seth, this is... I was worried about
Gua
this.
nonton. Wah,
This
gua
says
nulis
to me
spaghetti.
Warbirds has done his homework.
Spaghetti.
Secret have prepared for this. They know that this is the setup that PaperX tends to go for, especially with a composition like this. When Jing is on Raze, tends to prefer sometimes peeking out mid, peeking through C instead, and that's exactly what they've done. Leaving DBangkongS as the sole initiator, the sole player on A, allowing for Team Secret to easily take it.
And again, it's just going to be solo on the A. They say, screw it, we'll run it again. In the meantime, all of PaperX, they go for a gamble stack on C, which unfortunately for them is not going to pay off unless they can get this thrifty retake of the site.
We saw how that worked out, right? You're going to go in with this flank, and it's so imperative that players from Team Secret hold off A long, hold off A short, and they did it so well in the previous round. Now they have guns, they have that range to play with, but here comes another drop, and he's just going in for it.
Then he is. This time, back flank not watched nearly as heavily, but it seems like it shouldn't matter too much. They had the alarm bot as well as the turret to play contact off of.
7.
Find that kill. And right now, this is okay for Secret. If you're PaperX, so finding another elimination here, then you're feeling very good about this eco.
Oh, economical damage. Then again, look at how Team Secret are positioning themselves right now. Being very safe, setting up camp on site, not letting any of the PaperX players in easily. Playing off of the utility just like that.
Mind Freak ready, gonna go for the right click here. Sets it up, finds one, and
Okay.
that's about as good as you can hope for if you're Mind Freak. TS do stretch the lead up by 2 rounds once again, but you take away 3 of those guns.
That is still good value for the next round. You might have a Bulldog that you can work with, but PaperX will come in with that full buy, and that is where things start to get dicey. Of course, this is now the second half. This is now where we start to see PaperX switch up the strats. I believe that's what they'll do, unless they still leave Device the sole anchor on A. Then maybe we'll have things to complain about.
Looks like they're not gonna do that. They might actually set up for a bit of a more aggro play. Okay, looks like Jing not gonna go for it. Just sends out the paint shells. Info, like the paint shells dart, perhaps, being sent through. And Secret gonna be going down the alphabet here. It's like B site gonna be the next thing that they turn their attention to. Jeremy gonna be able to find one, but now Forsaken gonna be taken out, so one of the duelists gonna be lost. Jing hovering around, waiting for the
Jing, okay, nice.
Catches in B.
Backside, Jing, backside, backside, Jing.
Into the back side.
Oh.
Device right here at the front
What the fuck is
line.
this boomer?
Guns down 2, the spike stranded. It's all on
Oh,
dubstep.
it's outside B.
On the hunt.
Udah nggak bisa kemana-mana. Ini udah formasi segitiga biru nih.
Near impossible.
Jangan di atas, Fai. Kalau di atas itu di expect, Fai. Gimana sih?
Does become that much more
Yeah, I mean,
unlikely.
even if you try to go through garage, right? Jing's got that angle locked. You can't possibly go 2A. That's way too long. So your best hope.
Terbait. Oh my god. Terbait Molly mati 2 adik-adik.
Much like we were talking about in that anti-eco round, we see Team Secret lose
Kok
quite a
masih
bit.
itu kayaknya udah muscle memory deh ngelihat Molly langsung ditembak ya kan? Konyol nih
Let's
namanya
watch
nih.
that replay. That got me excited there. I mean, the
Lah kenapa
pressure
emote
that
only
you
chat nih?
put,
Toxic kah chatnya?
Just one simple piece
Wah.
of utility to throw that crosshair off, and he peeks into it, finds some frags, actually able to dismiss
Apa
this
Ben,
crossfire
apaan?
setup. Impressive plays. But of course, PaperX with the numbers.
Keren
will be
abu
able to
lah.
prevail.
Konyol.
8-7 now. Still, basically.
Tega banget Beben disuruh ekstrem multitasking. Hah?
Essentially faking with the nano, drawing attention. And he even checked high before he had to readjust to take down Mind Freak, so it's really great.
Apa,
Yeah,
Al?
no, fast rush here on to B. Paranoid connects on the Indy, but he still manages to find Jing. Benkai trades it back, evening up the number. Jeremy finds him and finds another. Mind Freak taken down. Borkum gets the spot there on the divide. Everybody knows where the last man standing is.
Try to disperse them though.
Masa clutch?
To do anything here. Jeremy as low as he was. It seemed like maybe he was going to be able to get that kill, but it just barely eludes him.
Iya silahkan
Again,
Kak.
Team
Oke.
Secret find themselves up by 2.
This is impressive. I really cannot say it again. I mean, like, Team Secret have figured out that this is what hurts for PaperX. They see that little bit of a gap in their defense, a little bit of a weakness. The previous round, sure, maybe it wasn't working out too well, but this time they tighten things up. They have that Shroud to step onto the top of the box, everyone else to follow suit, and PaperX were just kind of trapped in. Ben really couldn't do much with the back of the site there.
Triple shorties here for the side of PaperX, so this should just be get sat up on a corner. Get ready to pray. Benkai spotted, blinded, absolutely destroyed. The kill comes in. Mindfreak now trying to swing forward, but again, a blind timing is just perfect to allow for Jeremy to find this second elimination. Paint Shells buys more space. Shock Darts look to fish for a little bit of additional damage. It seems like Borkum does get tagged. But how do you retake in this position effectively? The best thing you have to do is A, hope they push into you and give you a gun after you kill him with a shorty. B, die to the spike.
That's it.
Envy might be falling into play number 1, but he actually backs away. He gets a sense of it.
I mean, that's kind of what we were seeing in all the Meet the Teams videos, right? Yeah, some of these younger players, they get a little bit eager.
You can't bang that wall.
Yeah.
That one you cannot shoot through. I'm sorry. But you can just push up and kill somebody.
Jesse.
Oh, Jing.
Oh.
Yeah, no hope of getting away from that. And in the end, no one's going to die to the spike. Instead, they'll all just get cleaned out.
Jurunya no impact gini loh.
With just 3 more to go to close out.
Memang yang impact bagaimana, Bang?
Seth, my heart is breaking.
Emang sih mati mulu.
There was just really no chance. Like, this is one of the more painful rounds to watch. You bought up that many shorties, and there's really nothing going your way. Nothing at all that you can do. Hope for the exit frag.
Lagi turu Jurunya udah kebaca kali.
It ends up being a whiff just because of
Top frag. Oh, harus top frag Bang ya?
slippery some of these Team Secret players are being.
Harus kembali ke Jet guys, Bang Por ya nggak sih? Jet Neon ya nggak? Wah, Neon sih lebih oke.
This is where momentum is coming into play again. At least for Team Secret, they have that lead. They have been making more initiative.
Kenapa nge-lag itu anjay?
Concerns and finding a lot of these plays where they're able to break through PaperX's defenses.
Minum lu Jeremy.
When things like these happen, PaperX are the ones that kind of need to catch up, and you don't want to be playing catch up in a game like this.
Certainly not.
Nah, nanti difraktur gak sih? Semoga ya.
But unfortunately they are.
Nah, CGRS.
Plenty of fans out here in the
Ceweknya
studio
pasti ditutupin.
looking to support both sides.
Yes.
Jet mah SMTH aja lebih gacor. Nah, kalau itu mah udah no question deh. Namanya NNN. NKN. No question needed. Kalau NNN, hah? Saya baru sadar. Beda Ersik Vulkan sama biasa apa ya? Yang Vulkan lebih berat, bisa ada Nvidia Reflect-nya kalau nggak salah.
At least for PaperX, if we are to see a win. But then again, you know, it's kind of like what Will said. This isn't really one of their favored maps. This is Team Secret's map pick after all, and they are having their way with it. Look at now how they've decided to suss out information.
That smoke comes
Ini OP Battle Pass kan guys ya?
And while the orb is collected, that is now the 5th ult online. Envy just got the Rolling Thunder off that pickup. And this feels like an impossible scenario for Secret to lose in. I should say. Let me express it that way. That being said, there are still nearly 5 ults available for the side of PaperX, and they're going for the push. They're good for 1%, against the other.
Mantap.
Snaps back into spawn.
Mantap Bang Por.
Immediately rotates over to A, suspecting that this is going to end up being the hit. It's a pretty correct guess.
We have
for now
1 minute to work with. A Team Secret could easily just throw out a few ultimates, sell a fake. They're not committing.
Neon kalau jadi naon
fact,
kalau no
kind of assessing
impact.
their options,
Lah.
knowing that the rotation probably
Bukan
went
jadi
through the A
editor
side
kalau
off
no
that
impact, bro.
initial hit. Not much sounds on C. So now they think that this part might just be clear. In fact, Garage isn't really being covered by anyone. Oh, this is a great from the shadows though for Mindfreak. He actually gets so much information on A long.
Spot him now. The rotations can start coming through once again. Rolling Thunder cuts across. As Borkum leads the charge, he doesn't get stunned up by his teammates.
Cakep main.
Arrives on the site with the covering fire.
Cakep main.
Now going to be taken down.
Aduh, udah pengen mati.
For a kill. Will get
Mana ada MF di sini.
Mindfreak
MF mau fokus.
spotted. The time, however, so very low. It's a fake on the Yoru.
Oh, nice. Kamu Ben, mantap. Mantap. Mantap.
Well, I said, I guess I cursed
Bang,
him a little bit.
sakit.
A nigh
Mampus.
impossible situation to throw away. Fortunately for the side of Secret, it does not work out, and it cost them 2 of their ultimates.
Makasih ya kak, kamu saya tipu.
A
Hah?
valiant attempt, though. Like, it almost would have worked out, but you have to consider
Hilang
that
2
they
juta.
are playing against PaperX. What I liked from this was Mind Freak getting that information on A, setting up that sight smoke that actually blocked things off and split the side in half, allowed for a little bit more space, a little bit of a little room for Benkai to actually slip in and get that position on logs.
Got a shot going out. Nade into the back, does force him away. Showstopper now out. Taken down in exchange for Jeremy, but might
Tret-tretan.
back up. Envy eliminated the Hunter Sphere from Divide, finds Jesse Bash getting revenge for
Di set. Aduh. Oh, nice.
Tries to make his exit, but Forsaken swings
Kamu Bang Por.
catches him. Now, all of a sudden, Dubstep, the last man standing. Lockdowns available.
Bang Por
Push is
meninggoy
coming.
segala.
He's got no
OP
way
bang.
to survive, and PaperX continue to claw it back. Now, again, 1 round
Ya
away.
Akbar kena
from tying
timeout
up.
5
Like I
menit.
mentioned,
Ah,
you gotta
bikin 2
make
jam.
these plays, you gotta find that
Mati kau.
initiative. Team Secret are just kind of throwing caution to the wind. Showstopper
Moderator,
straight
gawon
on this
duty,
side,
guys.
and PaperX reacts exactly in kind. And a lot of these anchoring potential comes from Mind Freak. That one paranoia set up, the smokes, it completely disrupts any push coming in from Team Secret. And then of course,
Itu es coklat
team play
enak
at
sambil
very
nunggu
end,
buka.
Defiant,
Iya,
Benkai
iya.
pushing into this lone psych planter. Working out
Kalau
well.
es
Let's see if
coklat
they
gak
can
enak
find
gak
that
mungkin
defense
dijual
force.
dong. Gimana sih lu ah?
It's going to be eagerly clear on the turret. Jeremy, in the meantime, going aggro.
Nih orang maju-maju mulu dah.
Kill on a Forsaken. Nade out into lane.
Gak bisa sabar dikit.
Got the rotations coming through, so PaperX going to be poised with 3 members here. Welcome tries to get up into heaven, ends up getting taken down. Nade down onto the
Enak.
right spot, up over the
Bah, let's go, JJ.
The showstopper
Gitu
fighting
bro,
too.
Satchel pakai CTRL biar gak kejedot.
Dubstep again is left to his own
Beuh,
devices.
Satchel dia sih bagus-bagus ya si Jing.
But this just feels like save or a very slow
Smooth like Satchel. Seperti
aftermath.
Smooth
Nuclear
like Satchel.
explosion, and now that radiation creeping and crawling up your skin.
Kok banyak
Mind
abu,
Freak on
tahu?
the other side of that dark cover. He wants that
Namanya juga
spike,
channel
but
mati, wajar.
at the very end of it, just such an incredible play. Reads preparation and of course explosions on top of explosions. I think Seth, we have
Tuh
found
Jai,
a whole
lihat
new
Jai.
phase of
Loh,
Shake Off.
maksudnya ke siapa tuh Jai?
Gorgeous.
Jai Okocha.
Fantastic
Hah?
entry straight out of heaven.
Jai Okocha mana bisa Satchel,
Over
Bang?
the top of the smoke spots them both. There's no escape. At that point, I mean, you have to kill him. That's the only way to survive.
Ben,
You have
sore,
to
bro.
kill him before that rocket
Berjuang nyebar di like adik-adik.
leaves the
Jai AKP, oh Jai AKP.
be across. Jeremy just getting himself tucked away.
Jai kocak ya, Jai
Swing out,
kocak.
Boombot. Little spot. Do they read? Okay, now they absolutely read that was the operator. Their gate crash going to be set up.
Playing it really safe. You can hear the team comms from
Si
PaperX
Bang
earlier
Por
on
mau
as
kemana
well.
lagi
Now
tadi
he's just
TP-nya,
setting
guys?
up for that first contact.
Oh, TP situ.
Secret. Good protocol, smoking everything off before actually hitting it.
When to decide to use this lockdown? So far, they have not, and they need to do it before they start really getting themselves into the
Oke,
side. There it
ulti
is.
Bang Por cari informasi.
Goes out the drop down.
Gila, JJ langsung loncat aja.
Envy gonna be spotted. Stuck in the
Ya!
side. Swing. Finds Forsaken.
What?
Finds Divide dropping out of heaven.
Inpi.
Tucked away on the corners. Benkai now he's aware of it, but he
Woi!
does not get the kill.
Gelo Benkai, guys.
No one detained.
Manfred kayak udah sampai kabur
Right
tuh.
now brings them now back into the lead.
Gelo.
Fourth consecutive round victory. PaperX as they look to steal away this map.
Gelo
Four
kill
in
si
a
Ben.
row, and now I don't think
Udah pengen teriak tuh cuman
Team Secret side looks good at all. They've been trying, Seth, to hit sites. They've been trying to come up with some set plays. They actually managed to get the spike down, but once again, momentum now on the side of PaperX. They had those ultimates. The
Beben
way
masih
they
puasa.
used that dimensional drift,
Enggak,
the
bro.
way, Forsaken actually called for this. Seeing off
Udah-
that
udahan
initial boom
puasanya.
bot and then backing up, the operator just playing it so ever so safely, and that coordinated retake together with the entire team, and Benkai at the
Gacor,
very end,
Benkai
of
orang
course, just
Cimahi.
showing
Lah.
that he's not phased by
Orang
any of
dadap.
this at all. In fact,
Bintaro tau nggak lo?
Team Secret, we're throwing that gauntlet. Now it's up to them to find a way to claw this back.
I mean, across the multiple
Pur.
rounds,
Lah,
all of the
bentar.
ults
Kok
invested
mukanya kayak yang di film-film?
coming up short.
Jing
Not
sama
able to find
Jing.
anything here. Again, plenty of fans showing up for this very matchup, and the ones on
Media share juga puasa nih. Iya ya, kurang ada ini. Biasanya ada video-video mukbang.
Yeah.
If this continues.
Aman sekarang mah, farming pahala guys.
He's able to do it after.
I mean, you got
Just
it.
chatting
Mirip
up the
Jing,
squad,
iya mirip
but
anjir.
talking about the economy, and as mentioned,
Kenapa harus film-film sih Kak
How
Ben?
fantastic. We're seeing a stinger respect.
Ini mirip di film ini, drakor.
they're going for two of them. Dubstep as
Because
well.
you kind of want to think about it, right? Like, if you don't do much in this round, you might as well, you basically lose the next one anyway. I mean, the score is pretty close.
It's play for win or play for the
Kenapa
Play
sih?
overtime.
for the draw. Yes, exactly. So you kind of just, I guess they're going for overtime.
ROE 4 no. What the fuck?
Decided to switch their minds.
Nuclear code, nuclear code.
The operator still though.
Nice, por.
And yeah,
Punched it.
just sees the head. And there's your explosive entry. Dead Benkai finds another one.
Lah! Hiji deui Bang Por.
He's got another
Cakep.
intercept. And they know exactly where he is. Good luck, Envy. Can you find any kills? Flash goes out,
Buset.
but catches him from behind, so they're not full blind.
Dreyan, makasih udah gak jadi abu, Dreyan.
Paper Rex take this to map point.
This is how I expect
Alhamdulillah.
them to perform. I mean, you see that final play. Of course,
Jilatin dong.
it's simple.
Hah?
You're just
Anjir,
hunting
Rudy-
down that one
Rudy
last
Salom,
player.
Bogor,
The
Cuk.
protocols, the way that Devi was swinging out wide, one a little bit closer, both shooting into that same corner, and this is how you're able to overwhelm someone with numbers because you see the
Cair?
first player
Belum,
swing
bro.
out wide first.
Masih
And
bisa OT.
when it is now, of course, match point, Team Secret are feeling that extra pressure.
Anjir,
Just
like-nya
find
stuck
these
200
rounds
kieu,
forward.
adik-adik gelo.
Well, right now, getting an orb for Envy is absolutely paramount.
Oh, si Jeremy, aduh, kabur Bang Por.
Forsaken continues to scope in.
Kabur Bang Por.
With his own paint shells. Takes him down. Jeremy knocked to 8 HP. Shock dart. Keeps him at bay for a little bit longer. Boombot going in. Push the corner the opposite.
Ah, gelo, lu namanya gelo Bang Por.
There to catch him.
Spike down A.
A 2v2
Kenapa ditaruh di situ sih TP-nya ngeselin juga?
in this map. Spike still on the floor. See Paper X just backing away.
I have the space. They kind of know that Team Secret might be able to rotate to another site for the spike plant, but they're just waiting for that initial bit of information. Ben is hearing all of this. But what I'm more curious about is how Team
Ayo
Secret
Benkai,
knows
Benkai.
this
Aman
plan.
aja ini.
You got two
2 beton
players
ini.
versus 2.
They don't know where anyone is. They can suspect Benkai's position, but as far as Mind Freak, very much puzzling until that very moment. The paranoia comes across.
Yeah.
Benkai out in the open. Jesse Fash finds the headshot. They're still wearing.
Yeah, ente dah.
behind, but as Vash covers
Oh,
that,
sih
Dubstep
9 bulannya,
takes
guys.
the fight and wins it. A triple for him. Secret, go ahead, push
Yeah.
back. Take this now 11 to
Kita
12.
di
well played by
belakang
Team
mama
I
nunggu
mean, a sense to
giliran
know that you don't really
sebelum
know where
dipanggil
Paper X are going to come from. They could have rotated back around as well. So the protocols are in place to
OT lah, masa
leapfrog
enggak?
off of each other. I'm
Map
gonna
2
watch
aja
that
lah
angle
OT-nya
if
Bang. Masa map 1
Ruby does
OT
come
Bang?
out, which is the paranoia. I'm going to play off your contact. We're going to be able to peek safely. And of course, being nearsighted, he's not fully blind. He still
Going
can
for it
shoot
again.
that one angle.
Ya, Bang ya, map 2 aja Bang ya. Fraktur Bang, seru Bang.
Stoppers out. They have the
Alah, anta. Yeay, Bang Pur.
nullifying the ult completely. A rolling thunder still in their hands.
Super takut tuh.
Into hell.
No.
Ching finds the kill. He tries to study the end, but he cannot. Dubstep swings around the opposite side.
Nah, threat lagi.
Manages to find the kill. Gate crash goes out.
Lah, Por, lah.
White jumping out the window.
Lah.
Fire comes through. Forsaken, dead on the floor, egg on his face.
Banyak.
Looking for the drop up. No, lands right there.
Aduh, kena flash, Bro.
We might
2v1.
just be having this OT come through if Envy can get the clutch. 6 bullets.
Oke, nice.
Oh,
GG adik-adik.
And that will be the defuse and
Mantap,
the map
mantap.
win. Going the way. of
Cair gak nih?
A great attempt.
Usil tes hampir sama ya.
Just nigh invincible. What we saw from last week, but now onto this final moment. The numbers
Ini
advantage.
13-11 tapi agak kerasa cepet gak sih guys? Gak sampai sejam.
Some blunders.
Gak main lama soalnya nih.
About it, Seth. Like,
PPRX ya.
jumping down from
I think actually it worked
Benkai
out
as well,
quite
but
nicely for them. When I'd watched
at the very end of it, very
Gue mulai kesel denger kau tertawa sendiri ya.
showstopper, but unfortunately.
Ya Yorunya di akhir nggak turu ya. Makasih Kinderboy ya.
13-11 in our first match. Not going to overtime like we.
Kita di belakang Bapak nunggu giliran.
Very thrilling to watch with all the adjustments from both
Fraktur
teams.
adik-adik. Don.
Absolutely wild
Gas,
moments
gas, gas bro, gas bro.
around. But now we get ready.
Berjoy jangan lupa di like adik-adik ya.
Sure.
And that's
And not to curse anybody,
sure.
but we have been seeing a fair few teams dropping their map pick and then being able to
Dicek
pick up
dulu
the
poinnya,
second
dicek
map.
ya kan. Bettingnya udah gue
Take
buka
us
aman.
into game 3. That's been a fairly common trend, not just here in Pacific, but
Login dulu dikit kali ya.
as well. I mean, namely in EMEA. America's only having
Pengen main deathmatch guys, deathmatch.
I don't even.
There's so much value.
We'll focus on the important reasons. So I'm curious to see if that's going to happen. Fracture, one that Secret should. Both that both yes should do. And so, what's the preference like? Have they really done their research on what Secret wants to do here?
I mean, they kind of left it a little bit open, so they must have some idea in mind. But then again, we've seen so much more from PaperX on Fracture. You know, with the Neon plays, Jing as Battle Sage at times. I don't remember seeing that much from Team Secret in fact. So this is personally, I just think PaperX kind of has.
Well, we'll find out. First, we're going to go to break down, come back and just break down all of the crazy action from map number 1 and then get the Fracture, see if PaperX can close it out cleanly, or if we will have map 3. So don't go anywhere. Clearly, you don't want to miss it.
Kita di kontoy, kaget gua bro. Lama loading nih. Kita di itu lagu apa sih JKT-nya guys? Gue lupa. Kita Asbranares Prusta. Apa? Hitsatsu. Oh ya Hitsatsu poho aing ajik. Wow, siapa yang dapat ini guys? Long Lip Cypher. Pasti semuanya. Adik-adik, BTW ya. Makin gua liatin makin pengen gua beli dah ini, ya Allah lucu. Walaupun gak ada efeknya ya, lucu, bro. Ada ininya. 10 hari masih 10 hari santai lah ya. Aduh, 10 hari, bro. Ya Allah, gua turun Ascendan 2 lagi. Belum nge-push lagi ntar lah. Tahan bang, ya. Aman adik-adik. Aduh, Vandal SOL belum keluar lagi nih. Bisa nggak jangan nge-lag, bro? Bro, bisa nggak jangan nge-lag, bro?
Kamu punya nggak kemeja dari Sampit? Pada punya nggak semua? Bosan kan pakai kawat? Segini udah gemukan. Segitu,
Mari kita berkebun.
tapi longgar. Mari kita berkebun. Hari ini, mari kita
Mari
ke
kita
Jogja.
Jogja. Jangan sombong.
Jangan sombong.
Makasih Reisi
Di sunat
20.000-nya.
itu,
Kamu tahu kan?
kamu tahu kan?
Itu buat titit.
Itu buat titit.
Masih apa lagi?
Kemudian saya pernah datang ke rumah kamu bawa kelapa. Saya bawa kelapa itu buat
Buat kamu.
Jadi aja nggak.
Jadi aja nggak jadi itu. Gara-gara punya ongkos. Gue masih apa lah? Anjay, Radian 22 nih. Temen gua.
found.
OTW Radian 1 sih. Nge-BTS kali 40 kalau menang tuh, gas. Siapa tahu map 3 ya kan? Kita di Belanda dijajah 3,5 tahun. Salah ternyata 350 tahun. POC sama AOC beda dikit. Ya emang udah berapa orang sih yang ngebet? Penasaran. Wah, baru 131. Nyantuy. Cuma dapat 300 perak ya. Aduh, apaan lagi nih? Woi. Apa? Hah? Yang di mana? Emang iya? Ya udah biasalah kambing. Gak jelas ya.
A bow and arrow is old-fashioned, but sometimes old ways are best.
Fight!
Let us hunt.
Ya adek gua ribet dah sumpah. Allahu Akbar. Kenapa ya? Rada aduh otaknya. Lagi ngebahas apa? Ngebahas yang lain. Ya Allah, nggak dikelarin dulu satu. Gerem sekali. Padahal mahasiswa, ya Allah. Ini cobaan di bulan puasa gini amat. Emang kalau udah biasa hidup enak tuh susah, guys. Kudu dikerasin nih, euy. Biasa hidup enak, ada apa-apa, ada sama bapak. Gitulah. Kayaknya harus gua suruh tinggal sendiri dah. Setahun gitu. Gua kick lah ntar ke Jakarta. Gua lihat beris lagi di DTS mah selalu ada. Oh, aku tersindir. Ya gimana? Bapak malu masih ada. Wajar lah, itu mah most of the people, aman aja. Harus di lawan ke tim lain ya. Gue taruh rumah nenek gue ntar. Terus ngekos nggak? Rumah nenek aja gratis. Aduh anjir. Gue nggak bisa nembak. Ini pakai river ya? Namanya juga ada apa-apa ke abangnya. Bukan apa-apa ke abangnya. Gue minta tolong sesuatu doang. Tapi pertanyaan dia tuh ribet gitu. Barusan nelpon ngebahas sate, ngechat ngebahas rumah. Coba apa nyambungnya? Kenapa nggak tadi ditelepon? Kenapa nggak sekalian gitu maksud gua teh? Intinya nolak enggak, ini mah udah lama. Udah dikerjain. Itu maksudnya rumah kalau di posisi tusuk sate nggak Ben katanya. Buset. Masih belajar ngelawak lu pada. Turun nggak lo? Nah ini makin gak lucu, lihat tuh udah gay gak lucu. Ada lu mau buka usaha sate di rumah kali Ben tuh lihat. Udah gay gak lucu, minimal gay lucu lah. Ketawain aja, ketawa aja. Aman. Lumayan nambah pala. Kaget gua. Ya hilang nggak mati. Enak sih memang ngabuburit sambil nyabu. Hah? Nyerap bubur. Cuma Godin dong nggak ngabuburit. Masih enak sih Phantom Champion guys. Cuma kalau Phantom sih gua saranin jangan pakai crosshair titik ya. Den apa? Ya Allah dikira nggak tuh? Gue pakai titik Ben Phantom iyalah. That's why masih di platinum. Yang pakai titik kayaknya Davai dah tadi Phantom ya. Tuh, si Poma nangis mulu guys digituin tuh, padahal udah biasa nangis mulu. Enak pakai titik. Kalau Phantom ya kalau kalian yang mainnya tapping pakai titik enak. Cuman kalau Phantom tuh sebenarnya lebih enak buat nge-spray kan. Stream udah nggak titik stream. Kadang-kadang udah nggak titik dia. Kalau yang one tap gitu masih lumayan lah. Udah mau mulai belum? Belum anjir. Gue main Phantom rasa vandal maksudnya. Alhamdulillah. Kayaknya harus pakai skin berat nih gue nih. Ini dia nih. Skin berat. Nih, kalau crosshair Phantom nih ya, nih crosshair Phantom gua nih, Bro. Nah. Ini crosshair Phantom nih. Ongs OG. Sering Phantom moment. Di channel ASEAN PRX sudah 393. Hah? Itu PRX yang lain kali PRX. Kalau di channel ASEAN. I'm glad CD enak yang spicy apa yang biasa? Kalau gue lebih doyan yang spicy.
Paperthin was mentioning that Team Secret, you have to have a little bit more adaptability, and that is actually one of the strengths of
bet udah mau sejuta nih bet.
right? They force their opponents to really just have to stick to one idea. And we saw that if you go back and look at the scoreboard, Paperx actually strings together 5 in a row.
Apaan sih?
Whereas Team Secret is only 2 or 3 in little small pockets.
Ayo nggak?
Clearly Paperx is able to hold on to their reputation for just a few more
Bukber.
rounds. Secret, especially on Fracture, I think
Sama ini main freak.
you're kind of missing one half of the map, right? Maybe you just let Paperx have it and say, okay, let them have their speed.
Bukber di praktur bang. Kira-kira map 3 nggak Jik?
Okay, when we do make that, what skills do they have left?
Udah.
Praktur. Map perek.
How do we draw even more?
Enggak, 2-0.
Masih
sih, Bang? Allahu Akbar. Udah pakai ajan? Oke.
It's gonna go for the neon. So yeah, double duelist here.
Oke,
and
mantap.
potentially
Neon
looks like
Raje.
a Viper on the back side of this. So Paperx kind of bringing a little bit of another unusual comp at us.
Yeah, and what I like about this is oftentimes if it's just the neon, you have trouble against those ciphers, right? Because of the trap wires. Of course, you've got the cyber cages as well. But now that you have Benkai just staring us down, so either he can
Si
help
Benkai masih
defend
mencoba
those
lucu.
first, I mean, you can
Tapi
attack
lucu sih.
different angles, or you can help clear the cipher utility as well. So a couple more options on the side of Paperx to help set up one or both duelists. Now, my eyes are also on Envy on Team Secret, right? On that Haven, you could tell that his timings with his own utility, trying to swing on his own flashes with that breach, it wasn't as clean as we've come to expect from this player. So if he can really buckle down again, because he had some amazing solo plays last time they played on Fracture, hopefully Team Secret can bring it back here on map 2.
Yeah, you're going to need a big map out of, I think, Jeremy as well. But Borkum, once again, if he could step up in that role as that Brimstone, really, keep the map kind of in the favor of Team Secret, keep everything cut off. I am a little bit worried about dubstep on the Cypher with that Neon, because not only are you, what you're talking about, Will, that there's a lot of options here to break the utility, but also it's actually, I think, really tough to judge where that Neon's going to go. There's 4 different angles you have to worry about as the Cypher. I think it's tricky to kind of guess your opponent correctly.
Whatever it is, I'm expecting
Apakah
another chaos-filled map. I'm really excited to see how this plays out, and I think our casters are ready
Ayo,
to go.
cepetan, adik, ayo.
Hear the joy in the second half of Quack's voice. Like, as we went along, he just sounded so
Nungguin match
relieved.
dari beres 16 menit nih, Jik.
Tell us how it is up there.
Oh, well, it is just fantastic.
16 menit ya, 17 menit nih. Kan gua abis tadi beres map langsung gua buka bet kan.
But yeah,
Oh,
do or die time now.
Iya nih, 17 menit nih.
We compare how much this map
Lebih lama dari Amerika anjir. Amerika kemarin cepet.
Total for Team
Yep.
Secret.
Not a lot.
17 for the side of
10
Paperx.
more.
And they've
Whoop,
obviously
mulai.
some incredible teams on this map.
On the
They've been able to take
international
down Optic at international
Dun,
events.
dun,
Lose to
dun,
FPX,
dun, dun,
but
dun.
still fantastic results from them. But in the most recent times that we saw them play it, experimentation.
Red MCD gula yang sekarang Ben.
10.000 dari Marlboro Merah.
Masih 9 Malmer.
Rate McD gula yang sekarang Ben ngetd.
Masih 9 lajik ya. Ayam gulai McD, rednya ya nggak sih? Masih enak anjir. Masih enak bro.
Enakan dulu ya? Apa dulu enak banget karena baru pertama kali coba ya?
Gak tau dah.
Langsung dari mana? Dari mana Ben?
I mean, you mentioned
Apa?
as well, right? That's that little roll
Idea.
swap between Benkai and
Enggak,
Dynamite
dari
so
Pasifik.
It's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period, if anything, but there must be a
Cross
reason why this
betting.
was left open. They have a higher win rate than Team Secret on this after all. But I will say, Team Secret has played this recently during lock/in, so it's
naon
up
eta?
for some of these players on Team Secret to step up and now force the hand of Paperx with how they're actually contesting for dish control.
Si Pilo ajik. Kurang. Jangan dong. Jangan dong. Kok hitam gitu jangan dong ya?
What is happening?
Ini kenapa facecam?
In tower, here we are.
Konyol nih.
Here we go.
Jing, maybe look at the challenge. Forsaken checking back behind, trying to see if there's going to be any deep rotates.
Aduh,
That north side of the map.
bisa ding begitu.
Gets the swing timing perfectly. Taking too much damage and finds an elimination for him.
Persekan dengan sangat cepat itu lihat di dis buset.
The attacker spawn. Do have Jeremy getting ready to strike.
Sipur kembali ke crosshair awal anjir.
Still setting up towards A main though. Jeremy making a lot of noise.
Allah.
Tahun nih.
Kaget gua bang. Tolong Gojira timingnya yang lebih bagus. Gojira timing. Kan gua kaget. Makasih 20k-nya ya, Wota. Oi.
Got these 4 different sides of the map, and Team Secret has contested for almost every one of them. B dish, A dish, B tree as well, and then back towards A main. This is where they set down their foot. PaperX are forced to turn away.
Pretty much everybody other than Divine.
Terima kasih Gojira.
Heading over
Kaget
towards
gua Ji.
Arcade side.
Pakai misalnya gue apa rendang KFC.
Could just be orb gathering. Obviously,
Rasanya beda bro. Beda dong, tapi rendangnya enak sih.
On fracture, just trying to funnel those charges in towards your breach.
Udah pak, itu mati.
Tagged up, work up against the wall. We'll be fine for now as Benkai gets spotted and Mind Freak.
Mind Freak
gonna be the
mati.
first one that falls to creep out through the underpass. Oh, good timing there from Jesse Bash, who now spots them. They know they are contained.
More than contained, dude. I
Terjebak, bro.
I mean, if Jeremy was here, that paint shell would be devastating. Instead, they have a high-low setup. Both players taking quite a bit of damage. Oh, what a flick! A 4K for him with the Sheriff!
4! Mantap
with
anjing.
just a shorty. He's got a gun to the side of him. He will go ahead and pick
Bisa
it up.
begitu.
Quite the wise decision, and actually gets the headshot on the NB
Apakah
denied.
ace?
There's more shots like that. Jing could potentially recover this round.
Sekarat, langsung si Inti maju.
Apa frenzy ada?
Jadi udah mati.
Auji
makasih udah jadi member. Si dubstep sakit ya? Frenzy ya?
It's painful economically speaking, but that's it.
Dia langsung
was
mending
kind of saving up in that frenzy, and beyond it, nothing but a sheriff still. But I mean, just gotta watch the way he flicks back and forth on this. So quick, so sharp. What on earth was that?
It's just gorgeous.
Kayak nggak berhenti anjir nembaknya.
We didn't see as much from him in the first map. We need to see him level up, and that's one way to start off the map to keep yourself in this series.
Si Col udah buka ya, curang aja.
They will be going in for this A main control, pushing PaperX all the way onto the other side. PaperX getting some information off of this, but look at the defensive positions from Team Secret here. Not exposing themselves.
Trap biasa tapi.
Prowler doesn't scout either of them, but as
yeah.
it dissipates,
Ngomong, my freak.
We'll look to trade it back.
Alah.
Can't quite get that third and final kill. Benkai and Divine now the last two standing, but the spike is in the hands of Jesse Bash. Have to know that he would take a more forward position.
Bless.
See if they're prepared for it. Actually, no, they are absolutely not.
Ego.
Suddenly we find ourselves in a 1v1 Benkai versus Dubstep.
On a map like Fracture or 1v1, you got so many different places to look out for that I think Benkai kind of has the advantage here, and that's why, yeah, he's going to be able to turn around.
He shifts back over. And I mean, really, Dubstep can do nothing other than wait in this position.
React, yeah. And he doesn't quite have the gun as well. If I were Dubstep, I might just go off on a journey to find a little bit more firepower.
I think he's going to have to, once the spike does get planted, he's going to have to rotate through the attack spawn, just knowing that he can get one of those rifles.
He's only going to have to hear it after the spike goes down, though. So at this point, you got about 40 seconds.
Does he do it? No.
Jagain di mana?
He's just going to cut straight through.
Jangan ketahuan trap, awas.
It's crap, but I mean, Benkai obviously very aware of it, so.
Doesn't have to do anything here. Just wait for the spike tap. Benkai, in fact, has a full kit of utility, Seth. I mean, he can throw anything, an aftershock, fault line, flash, just to peek off of it.
Fault line, he can swing out.
Yeah!
And he caught the gun, and he got the shot. Dubstep. Last man standing will drag them across the finish line. Converting into 3-round wins.
Kira mau di stun early loh, sebelum ngetap.
Absolutely impressive. The fault line and instinctive sets just to peek out wide along with it, because of course Benkai is going to peek you after throwing out that piece of utility.
Shit, nice try.
Such a crucial 1v1, and it gives Team Secret this strong lead. The bonus round. PaperX has poor economy this time.
Oh yeah. Not great for him, but With a little bit of firepower, 2 Bulldogs, and just 1 away from a Rolling Thunder. They could yet still make this work. Jing, with the quick entry, gets himself through door. Backed up by that fault line, which unfortunately for him doesn't find anyone. And already the full rotate call comes in from Team Secret. Everybody getting corralled around this A site. As it's now
Let's go, bro. Let's
down.
go.
Gets the spot out onto the Neon, puts some damage in. Instead, it's going to be Jing, the first duelist to fall. Mind Freak will find a
Oh, nice.
Gets himself a second. Steps up, and Jesse Bosch going to be taken down since 2 of the veterans gone. Borkum the last man standing. In that regard.
Oke, aman. Por, Bang Por, diem aja Bang Por, santai. CT 1 Bang Por, awas. One more, Bang Por.
Makes his exit.
One more, Bang Por.
Now it's all
Gila,
on Borkum.
menang anjing. Jadi
Terus
jadi menang ini kocak banget.
menang gak sih? Menang dong. Aduh, masa nggak menang sih?
Main Freak aman sih. Dapat deh jadi 3. Main Freak, let's go.
The tap on the spike has to drop back the health just to hang a bit too low. He builds it back up and pushes through.
Udah jangan gerak, jangan gerak.
Allahu
Akbar!
Bener kan?
What a play from Borkum, gets onto the spike and he's got the time.
Anjing gak jelas anjing.
A clutch.
Bisa
As Secret will move up 4-0.
Gak jadi menang, bro.
What an attempt from Paper Rex still, but when it comes down to in this 1v1, Borkum stares down their face and he does all the work necessary to take his team to the next level. Just going in and out of that, finding these 2 frags, and at the very end of it, I think, tiny bits of movement kind of throws the crosshair off. Placement just wasn't there for the head, because you have a Bulldog, your damage just isn't that good, so now, can Paper Rex actually turn this around?
We'll wait and see, but here comes the rush play, and Kirby landing, finds Mind Freak. Another first kill for the player that has been a first kill god in this match so far. 9 and 5 in our first map despite the loss. Relay bolt will connect. The jump comes out. Envy, however, finds Forsaken the rocket.
Duo JJ mati.
Gets another second kill in the round as the spike is now stuck, and with rifles in hand for Devi and Benkai, it might be time to tuck tail and just go ahead and hide as best you possibly can. It seems like that is going to be the case. Devi trying to get through the sewer. We'll find Borkum, gets a kill. Now they're aware of his position. He's trying to do more damage. Looks like the answer is going to be yes. Pushes in. Tags up Jeremy just a bit. Nano Swarm not going to go deep enough, I don't think, to actually disrupt Jesse Bosch, but he actually clears it instead.
Minor tags
here. Let's go, man.
Crucial for Paper Rex to find some additional duels.
They're trying to play for this.
Exactly. One-on-ones first.
Let's go.
You want the spike, but you can't just rush in on a split.
30 seconds left.
Iya, nggak kena potline-nya, Bo. NT, Bo.
He can't get the kill. They missed the opportunity to take away another gun. And Envy
Kosong kia, bro.
Excellent.
I mean, look at that score.
Dog.
It's 10-3-1. And there's so much of that.
Time out dulu deh ini, 5-0 mah, bro.
Watch the kill feed and the number of
jelas banget mainnya.
And this is the set play from Team Secret. The way that they were able to push Paper Rex.
Bisa lah comeback kayak Zeta pas lawan tim tier 2. Hah?
So smart to be able to.
Jangan lupa di like lo yang baru join, iya.
Starting things off with, of course. Hi. Starting things off, of course, with Envy and then Jeremy to find the frags. And it's just so much value gained out of all of that utility. And it's a very impactful frag as well, because the person that they did get, like you mentioned, was the one who's been getting the first kills. Mind Freak, and he's also the controller. You no longer have smokes. It just makes things so much more difficult for Paper Rex to actually work off. So 0-5, I think, yeah. We know this timeout was coming.
Yeah, it's incredibly necessary, as it turns out. So first timeout on Fracture called. But what gets called?
Masa tier 2. Cekuak.
Haven't quite seen before. I mean, honestly, in the past, Seth, I think
Bisa
Paper
aja
tends to
beloknya,
go
Bang.
for that A split sort of push.
Lah udah diem.
You kind of want to go from drop. You want to push through A main. You would have Forsaken set up that highway just to disperse any defensive positions that the opposing team might have on the side itself. But this time, look at how
Anak baru belum main, Mas Ilya belum nih, Mas Ilya.
They're not just hiding. They're not just
Mas Ilya kapan mainnya, Jika?
This is what's good when you want to play on a map like Fracture, push out. And that's what they're about to do onto its A main.
Kan lihat Mas Ilya. Bulan depan Eni, Pantep, Udin, makasih sebelah-beluannya.
Aftershock clearing top gen, I suppose. Just trying to push Forsaken. Jeremy off that angle. Should he have been there? Jeremy, in the meantime, forced out of A main.
No way.
And Forsaken got himself all the way across through arcades. Double trap setup though if he tries to get himself into the spawn.
Placing swarm.
Oh no.
Clears one.
He's gonna run out.
Yeah, his ult not gonna be there anymore.
Ulti. Gobi.
This is
We got ult.
nervous.
For second got.
He's gotten a lot of space on the B side, but the spike is not there. This was a fake play, but
Okay, I think the Aftershock actually cleared the camp.
Sipor cuma beli itu doang sama ulti ya?
Set up anywhere. So it seems
Beli
like that
shield.
got rid of it. Rolling Thunder now cutting across over towards the spawn. Does manage to get,
Initiating.
Hawk gets the reveal on 2.
No! Man freak mati! No! Not like this! No!
Tries to swap weapons but cannot. Jing might have just kept them in this. The
Kalian dulu
lockdown
nggak sih?
forces them back. The tank does go through.
No! Dapatnya meninggal juga!
now you don't want to get too greedy in a situation like this. You have to set up those post-plant positions, and you got to do it quick.
Good fault line. Benkai utilizes that. Expecting
Nampaknya butuh brimstone, Pak Ji.
Gen side. Jing swings around at arcade, finds one.
JJ, minta plus JJ.
Very good point.
Flash
Given
ban,
the plant position, it's very easy. Line up that paint.
Wih, Banmo JJ, let's go. Gubrak, meledak lu. Let's go. Anjir, deg-degan tipis, bro.
And they managed to bring it back.
Kaboom! And that's how you want to do it from Jing. A way to claw yourself back into the game. Very well played by Team Secret, though, we got to say. I mean, this started off really chaotic.
Tidak
Kind of
tertutup.
confusing when you're watching it from an analytical point of view. Just one player with his overdrive, Forsaken, all the way onto the B side, trying to sell off a bit of a fake. Paper Rex going in towards A, but
For second mabet katanya tuh, guys.
exactly clear. Team Secret rotates back and forth. They finally managed to plant, but Dubstep had such a great play.
Here they go again. Prowler finding Forsaken. Jin as well firing off some shots, so we'll know that there's at least 2 players there in A main.
Gila, eta si Bang, por.
On an island, creeping his way across up towards Dish a little bit, but seems like she's gonna hover in this position for now. Let's see if there's any aggro pushes.
Yeah! Astaga! Cheat!
And at this point, if you're Paper X,
Sial banget,
we
anjing.
still want to commit.
Nelpon lagi nih orang nih.
We were setting up for the ace.
Apa
push, but
lagi?
Oh,
so many of these players from Team Secret are ready now.
Boombot cleared. Jing
Huh?
swings out, gets the
Not quite.
headshot. Jeremy taken down. Jing not even eating any damage for that. Paint shells over towards the spawn. The Hawk going to be destroyed. Divide now arriving from Dish. Finds one. Fault line to try to interrupt the arrival of the Killjoy. Envy sticks around. Finds the fight. Ends up winning it. Jing gets another one, and he is on the hunt. Everything thrown at Envy to ensure that he cannot find any further impact. And now Dubstep creeping forward. See if he can be a difference maker. Does he look down? Does he check drop? Doesn't see the gun barrel.
Oh no!
Gak ngeliat.
And
Lah, baru sadar si
okay,
Jing.
I know exactly where you're at.
Baru sadar si Jing, coba.
I know exactly where. That's a cipher line, by the way.
He backs away.
Pas lihat itu mendarat, lah
But yeah,
dari
of
mana?
course, one on 3 at this point. No choice but to save.
Ternyata
And
di
this is
atas ya
back
kocak.
to a little bit more classic Paper
Forsaken
Rex
mati
kind of
pertama
strategy.
sama dengan win.
Classic
Wow.
A split. They lost
Teori
first
Forsaken mati kah?
early on, but off of Mind Freak and his toxic screen, they are able to actually turn it back in, and of course, amazing plays. We're hearing from the Korean casters as well, calling them out. But I do want to point out that Team Secret have been finding
Dapat
bits of
begitu ya.
success, finding bits of damage with how they're controlling the site, controlling the map, and throwing out pieces of utilities. That this time, losing a little bit of that momentum.
Good play, adios.
Now going to be a timeout called here from the side of Team
Adios.
They
Muchachos.
recognize the position that they're in. I mean, round 7 completed. You look back to round 7 on Haven, the scoreline was exactly the same. The road that we took to get to this point, a little bit different, but after round 7 was when PaperX were able to go on that 5 consecutive streak. So, I appreciate this from Warbird, seeing things starting to slip up, seeing PaperX having success with these site execs. And he says, okay, this is what we need to do to shut these down.
Both teams, of course, having spent their time too. This is shaping up to be a really intense match. Team Secret, they really want to hold on to their lead. Losing that bit of momentum is going to allow PaperX to do exactly what they did on Haven, just like what you mentioned, Seth. So, yeah, Warbird's not going to allow that this time. But the question is, again, still, how they're going to actually turn this around. Their economy doesn't look too great this time.
Okay. Well, Envy sold. Disrespect there. It's still a low buy.
Gua tonjok bibir lah yang jontor. Si legenda anjing. Oh, lagi puasa bikin emosi lu jontor. Si jontor, bir jam jontor. Let's go JJ. Ntar kayaknya lebih gede lagu daripada ini ya. Terima kasih pemuda penasaran 15.000-nya.
Incredible. And that's the entire site defense just dismantled in an instant.
Yeah. Certainly unideal.
Aduh, jangan mati.
Not finding the kill right now.
For second time.
Put a third round on the board.
1 bullet per second. Gagal 1 bullet.
However, so 1 gun lost. PaperX not going to be too concerned about it.
Masa langsung 7, Bang?
Just even 1 frag though, I would take it. It's a little bit of a morale boost for Team Secret.
Teori 7-10.
On to the next round. I mean, this is again how PaperX.
Makasih replaynya, Bang.
Jing instantly blast packing up onto tower, cuts up so much space. And
makasih.
if you were Team Secret in that instance, you know you don't
Komen
have the
dulu.
guns, you're just trying to
What a
safe.
replay.
It didn't really work out, but now
Lab.
they're going to be able to cook up something of their own to get a play towards the dish.
Okay, relay bolt. In the boom bot, they know exactly
anjir.
Oh,
settingan default.
He does not knock. He just busts down the door.
Ya!
Nash answers back.
Pede bet nih boomer aja.
We are close. What a headshot from him. Showstopper lost 2 kills. The duelist is now
mati dong
gone.
Dapai.
Device stuck, burned down. Borkum puts him out of his misery.
Segar pisan emang ST manis, Bro.
Stranded inside of A main.
Ini ngeselin nih, suaranya di kanan doang.
Finding then smokes down. A little bit of an aim pull off of that, but the door shut in their faces. Oh, they flash and push through.
There's the push in.
No.
Swings the corner.
Wah, 6, Bro.
Close out. Another 3 kills.
Iya, makasih Gojira, ST manisnya ya. ST manis apa pucuk sih? Oh, pucuk, Cok. Oke, yang enak ya. Ya, hilang habis, Bro.
I mean, just watch how they thread the needle onto this, and even with the little push coming up, he instantly reacts. Just so happened that the flight path was in his crosshair, so easy way to take things off, and hearing the flash peeking off of it. This is the experience showing. Stay down, sit humble, you're younger.
Farming diabetes, ya lumayan lah. Amandel juga kena paling.
It is looking like it's Borkum time.
Start tapping on our watches soon.
6-3. I mean, we saw a 6-6 half on the first map. The economy still quite strong here from the side of PaperX. Could likely just go ahead and scrape together another buy should they lose this round. But just wait and see, though. It's the site widely unoccupied. The pinch getting ready to come through as we see the approach from Divide and Mind Freak coming out from the B main.
Team Secret, they've got the Rolling Thunder, they've got the Orbital Strike. They're just waiting for this plant, and here it comes.
Okay. They get the stun. They'll allow for the plant to go through. Orbital Strike, however, will find the kill, and that's going to be Benkai gone. Now, no, we're turning fault lines. No flashes to push in.
Yeah.
They say, oh, yeah, we're checking that corner.
Si Jeremy nggak sopat nih, lari bulu anjing.
Put some damage in, but cannot get the finish. Forsaken, ignored widely.
Kenapa getar ya?
And suddenly Divide in a position where he can absolutely clutch. Borkum has to be the one to really lead this. His dubstep, he's so low.
Dapai clutch, santai, Pai.
Some damage. Barely has an advantage now.
Nah, mantep.
Time and time again here, Pacific.
Mantap.
You put him in a clutch spot.
Yeah.
Ibu. Dari pemuda penasaran.
Lupa naruh link guys ya. Masih 10.000-nya. Yes. Lupa naruh link.
That low, you have that chance. A little sliver, and it's all it takes. Smart adaptation from Team Secret.
Yang banyak, bagus.
How do you take down such magnificent plays from control players such as Devat?
One step closer to yet another even half.
Bahaya bener mulut Magic.
Vi is there, Jeremy, showstopper at the ready. Otherwise has a Spectre.
Enak.
Not gonna get to see either utilized.
Gas langsung loncat.
Finishes the previous round, starts off this one. Gorgeous headshot. As just Mash comes swinging in.
Oh my God!
Allahu Akbar sambil jalan. Ih, apaan sih? Jalan jongkok begitu ya, Pantom. Pulang-pulang gak jelas tuh spraynya, Bang.
Rotate back might be coming through, but as we can see, that is not the case. How far did they decide to stray from the site so far? It's their smokes, it's their breach.
Kayak nggak sih, walkin aja kontak. Kalau nggak flash gitu.
Back over towards Jen, but the head spotted. Dubstep can't adjust. Not quite prepared for Ben to also be in that position. Hit again, invested. See if Mind Freak can play through this one this time.
Ya, ketahuan Mind Freak ya.
Rolling Thunder also available should they desperately need it, and they're just gonna go ahead and open with it.
Repost Mind Freak, pindah.
Not to push, not to play aggro, but just to buy time. Look at the gap. The wall, and actually takes the gap away. Flash in, entries, finds a Mind Freak spot, and Borkum again will be the one to drop the pit. The defuse comes in, it will not be an even half. Secret at least guarantee themselves 7.
Halo bang, apa? Halo, sore. Ya, mantap.
Team Secret comes in.
Solver gak perform banget map ini.
With the numbers advantage, just have that coordinated play. Phantom lost player early on, but this smoke, this spraying through, we have Phantom, might as well use it. And all of a sudden, 2 players instantly deleted.
I mean, that kill, being able to take down Jeremy, allowed them, you know, gave them the lockdown, but just spray again. This time, just through a smoke rather than through a wall.
Buka duluan ya, bro. On, bro.
Nets them that victory.
Right there.
Economy not so good for the side of PaperX, but Forsaken does have his overdrive.
65.000
beras.
beras.
Already on the rope is Forsaken. See the overstay here. Jing tries to get the kill, can't make it happen. Overdrive now popped. Forsaken rushing forward, looking for a target. Relay book used. Dubstep gets the buy. Jesse, it's Mind Freak. Forsaken trades one back with a footstep. Very Dubstep snaps onto his head, throws down the hat, and gets the reveal on the Benkai right as he grabs the spike.
1v4.
The double reveal, the door now shut.
Oh baby, Benkai 1v4.
So the spray starts to run away. All of this being heard.
How do you frag yourself out of this one? Takes the rope silently, but so much presence on the A site. And with so much time now, Kilios, they could have gone anywhere. Benkai, I don't know how you must be feeling in this instance. Any place that you push into, a player from Team Secret could be just around the corner.
Well, right now, you do have Borkum
30
looking
seconds left.
up towards drop it. Okay, seems like the call finally came in. They're suspecting the dish approach. You see the pings coming down. He's got to clear it, and he can't. Jeremy finds the headshots. This time, Secret will end the half with a nice advantage, 8-4.
Switching sides.
You might have called it, Achilleos. This is one of those things where teams are able to win out on maps that aren't their own. And it's just how well Team Secret are starting to adapt. Paperthin was talking about this on the desk. They weren't really adapting so long to Haven, but now they really are. Now they're setting up some of these positional plays. We had Dubstep up on the upper side of A, and some just simple frags, 1 or 2, and it changes so much. In this round, PaperX tried to go in for that alternate attack respawn approach, but as soon as they're met with resistance, they instantly turn around. That's only because they had no other option. And at the same time, because it was such a fast play,
dia tahu terus posisi musuh lagi wangi.
Test them in towards A main, and that's where they halted an entire push.
Pergi kemana, Bang?
Seems like
pergi, Bang.
there in the coaching booth, maybe getting stressed. It's about five Red Bulls missing from that fridge. It's just having a little chug-a-lug.
Enggak 500 like-nya, guys.
Keep him and the rest of the team in this match, in this map.
Sampai Genji, Ben. Enggak tahu nih.
A lot to run back.
Kalau Magic nanti tiba-tiba ngajak push rank, gas. Push rank.
Some very aggressive plays from the defending side. With that raise,
kalau belum ngajak push rank mah kita Genji dulu ya kan. Map berapa? Map 2. Jing, oh my god. Grill bro, grill.
Rushing out of A main, rushing out of B, and just getting this crunch before they can make it to the ropes.
But do you remember what happened at the end of that series?
Yes.
100 Thieves might have won.
DC Ing, aduh tanya ketua dah, gue udah main sendiri waktu itu. Tapi boleh sih, tapi kan gue besok mau pergi, tapi.
Had that prediction correct? We'll wait and see if I get this one.
On flat chat, yes, I saw it. But here we go. This is where I get a little bit nervous too. Because Achilles.
Penting main nanti pas lawan RRQ bang. Oh, masa sih?
Yes, they played it many times. I think it was more of attacking rounds that actually surprised us. On defense, you have Viper, those are your best bets at anchoring down sites. What happens?
Bibir lu ikutan jontor.
That could be it. You got those two duelists and they really need to show us what they're made of.
Gue udah tahu banget. Gak mungkin cookies biasa aja.
Here from the side of Paper Rex is a pistol round win. Because so far, they haven't been able to find any. Divide narrowly avoids getting clipped by the fault line. But great damage onto Jeremy. Making that raise entry power pretty much non-existent. It's just a walking paint shell thrower.
Up, gak kedengeran?
Silent rope drop.
Alah, mati si bangpornya.
He'll just let Forsaken come to him.
Layers of defense. Paper X.
Decaip, replaynya aja buat member. Nonton dulu replay tuh,
Comes out Frenzy. Beats goes to that range.
Si Abu gak bisa nonton replay.
But 2 men up now in the battle. As Dubstep is in such a cheeky spot. Sheriff shots. A couple of them connecting there, but Dubstep wins out the fight. Cam destroyed. Identifies where Benkai's at. Now the only unaccounted for players Mind Freak.
Spike planted.
Itu nggak mau ngambil Mind Freak, nggak mau ngambil Frenzy. Udah bisa pakai Frenzy bagaimana deh? Ada ghost itu, oke.
They have to work together though. But look at the positions they're just setting up for post plants.
Setengah, dapat setengah. Terus Mind Freak. You good, Mind Freak. You good. Let's go.
Dapat deh.
Dapat bro.
And they just steal it from them.
Gila. Terus sniper pack.
Where is he?
Is this not what you were expecting?
Siapa yang nggak aware?
Are you not entertained?
The fashion which
awalnya nggak
di
I was anticipating, but entertained, yes.
Yes. I mean,
langsung di ini kan di molly sama Mind Freak tuh. Sekarat kalau masuk.
Absolutely fantastic to see, but the wall set up to block off tower. The bite goes in. It stops the swing out. And they just hold.
They are too old, haha. Sama lagi baca yang itu.
Plays from Warbirds. Control team secret.
Boomer.
Paper X are gonna push into you. Just hold still. It's okay. And that's what they did. But
lah, belok.
There.
Borkham got ripped apart.
Oh, kacau tuh
Boombot line up there. Doesn't know about this position here from Jeremy. Maybe it doesn't matter because as they try to rush over towards B. Instantly the kill found. Jeremy finds Jing. Push up to the corner. Cleanup comes in. Got Jeremy.
Bangpor mulai.
Finds the rest. 6 to 8. Paper Rex win 2 in a row. Only lose out on 1 player there in the anti-eco. Nicely set up as we go into the second half bonus.
There are some teams, some players
udah
who
5-41
just
sebentar
step
lagi.
up once they start to feel that pressure. Once they start to feel that
bukan sama apa, Jik?
sense of imminent defeat. It's 4 to 8 and Paper X started to go in for it. Managed to recover themselves now. A simple bit of a brawl towards H3. And off to the next round we go. Team Secret. I'm more curious
Dingin sekali
how
ya Allah.
they're gonna approach this. Still playing it safe actually there. Somewhat of a default on Fracture.
Yeah, default hold. Sending out the util, making him think the rush is gonna be coming through. Jesse Bash Solo on that side of the map. Here they're sprinting on site. They bolt. Looking for the hit. Paint Shells goes up into tower. Forces them inside.
Awas,
Now the push
aduh,
out.
terjepit bro.
Perfect spot. Envy as well. Takes them down, breaks open the site. The plant comes in. The few remaining people for Paper X all
Bensin
rotating
gak
north
pakai
side
sake
into
di
arcade.
traktor.
Looks like Envy is prepared for this. Set up a flash. Just
Jangan
come back in.
rengket tuh.
It's just gonna be the
Zaman
safe
kapan
call
tuh anjir?
issued by Paper X.
Awal-awal fracture itu mah.
We started off
Awal
this
map
round
fracture
with
ya?
Paper X having these three exact players kind of go for that gamble stack up on towards
Fosil
drop,
bah.
up on towards dish, because if someone did push, they would have gotten to let it rip with these guns that they have. But Team Secret, the way that they're playing this, just that delayed push on towards the B site, I think it surprised Paper X. It surprised
SRY, SRG kelamaan.
especially with this position up towards tower.
Sorry.
They knew that's exactly where they would be. And Envy
Serpong.
playing that sort of
Sorry.
angle down by the side itself,
Sering.
it's just so tough for Jet to deal with. 9-6 and
Sorry.
Team Secret shows us that they have
Aduh,
so much to offer.
SRG-nya apa tuh ya?
Jing getting situated
Surga
here.
kelamaan. Seragen. Sorry,
No one
supoin.
else is here, so it looks like it's gonna be
Sorry,
a
2.0
good setup.
kelamaan.
Ben Kai,
Tai.
Showstopper. Then yeah, I can see the
There.
rush coming over.
A little bit more of a defensive play, I think. Splitting up across the map.
No one's looking to play around that position though, other than potentially Jesse Bash. They have a cam ready to ping in case somebody does go for the aggro push towards bench
Buka.
by hovering close.
Lalu.
Fault line is aimed at Amen entrance, however. Now they know that they're a little bit deeper.
Cakep.
Observe and
Cakep.
Defy
Spike down.
absolutely tear them to
Kaget kan lu
shreds.
disetun. Ambil pai, jangan mau pai.
Fantastic play. Just reactive off of Jeremy's gun going off, and now
Cakep.
dubstep pinched from the back end. Jesse
One
Bash
more dish.
left all on his lonesome. The captain has to
Ini
be
bonus kan
feeling
ya?
pretty damn hopeless here.
Nothing much that you can do.
There.
Run down the clock, try to survive.
Force deng.
40 seconds though. He does have a little bit of utility to work with, but
There.
of course that sense of paranoia.
Ya kagak
again,
bonus, salah.
where any player could be checking
30
every
seconds
corner
left.
meticulously. I mean, this one
Bonusnya
push
nge-save.
from Paper Rex, that is
Nge-force,
the
nge-force
power
ini.
of breach on Fracture. Ben Kai, such a well-timed fault
Ben
line,
Kai
followed up with a
satu
flashpoint,
orb.
sends every player on Team Secret screen to full white. And then, of course, Divide just peeking through the door that way. And this
10
is
seconds left.
that next version, that next evolution of Paper X that we're starting
Ayo
to
cari
see,
cari
I
si
think,
Jesse Pes
Helios.
senjata untuk
They're
Jing
not just
adik-adik.
aggressively checking and
Ayo.
pushing out in every
Ayo ke B.
position up on Fracture. In fact, they were holding this time.
Certainly a change up.
Ya, dapet.
Completely
Yo,
caught
boom.
Secret off guard in main.
No. We were kind of talking about this. Victoria, we ate blood sausage that day. You know,
Yeah.
Victoria and I went out on a little trip. We actually bumped into Team Secret. We talked to Warbirds, and he looked really relaxed. You know, I think he had a lot of plans in mind for Paper X.
Let's
He
go.
knows that they're a team that loves to push. But what we're seeing right now, in fact, is Alex coming up with new
produk
versions
well.
of this Paper X play. They are pushing out this time, though.
They are.
Okay.
It's going to be Forsaken taking down out
Per
Jing.
secondnya meninggal, Jingnya kelamaan sacel.
A bit half-baked for the side of Paper X.
Ini dia settingan Depa ult.
Just in front gets cleared. Bash watching for this. Tries to get himself.
W Gaming sih W Gaming, tapi nggak gini juga kali. Dapat bareng dulu.
Can't find anything. It's gonna be
Udah tua
flawless
juga ya.
round coming across. 10-7. Secret again take the lead up by 3
W
rounds.
Gaming sih W
Once again,
Gaming.
players from Team Secret with the ruler in their hands, kind of teaching Paper X that lesson. You want to think twice about making these plays because you're not going to get away with it every single time, especially when
Lene belum main Lene ya?
one staring down your barrel.
He has just been So crisp.
Lene.
17 kills.
Yeah,
thus far.
Fracture in particular, just this is his map.
There. Where are you?
He's got the
Fracture
roll
is my
under
city.
too.
Haunt goes up over the top of the dish. Turret can be cleared. And Orb will give Jeremy the showstopper. That entry power, that much more terrifying now.
Baits out the poison orb too.
Oh, Lene, mana bang Lene? Loh, masa nggak tahu guys? Coba kasih tahu guys.
Having that orbital strike available.
Playing the Pac-Man strat. Picking up pellets all across the map, but
hey, I mean, eat the orb. Here, Paper X, they're the ghosts.
that just might be it. Got that
Showstopper
share.
out. Fault line slows
Aduh,
him
Raja
up.
jogging, Raja jogging.
Okay,
Walah.
a nade
Per
kill
second
from Jing
kena.
into the rocket kill from Jeremy. Both Rays is finding some value.
Kena masih itu di itu soal di side.
Duel of the piece gonna be taken down.
Tangga dah kayak
Goes
tadi.
across, looks to interrupt. Jing jumping forward, manages to get on top of dubstep just before the rolling thunder.
Alah.
Borkum swings back out, finds the trade kill.
Oh, apa di trade?
Kai gets in at the same time.
Flip
Advantage
itu
now,
situation.
Paper X.
Hari ini berapa Mas Ben?
Up a man the spike. Stuck right in the
Dua.
middle of the site.
Satu.
Ya,
Oh,
abis
dua.
ini Genji sama DFM
Bash now arriving. Has
Detonation.
his work cut out for him.
Oh,
And okay, orbital strike goes up.
Mind freak
He
so
will be able to find
dead,
one, but
can
with the
go
blade.
anywhere.
Taken down
Aduh, buat
4
gumtang,
HP.
buat gumtang
Now
kan
it's
nih.
all on Borkum and he cannot get
Buat
away
Borkum,
from
no.
this fault
Kastun,
line.
kastun, no.
Benkai with no health will find a third kill to keep Paper X alive and stop Secret from reaching 11.
MVP from last
Menangin lah
week
TS lah.
awakens again in
Siapa
this
tahu
moment.
di split
That
dimainin Mas
initial
Ilya.
rolling thunder, and then the one to go
Oh,
back
belum ya?
into it.
Masih
An
di
orbital
Rusia.
strike spent
Masih
as
di
well,
mana?
so this was
Jepang.
a really expensive round for Team Secret, but at the end of it, it comes down to these marksmanship skills of Benkai. Isolating one on one.
Oh my god.
Benkai just letting his
second.
teammates talk the trash. He remains stoic.
As ever.
It's just such a contrast in Benkai's demeanor in and out of game. Just complete inversion. Now, Forsaken back over onto the operator. Waiting for the peek and
Dar.
what's gonna happen.
Aduh.
Private shot. It's just a little bit too late. For the shallow peek and
Oh,
Jeremy
AWP buah
really
nih.
trying his luck. Rushes across, goes to the extra jiggle, forces out the relay bolt as well as the fast lane as Forsaken heads for the hills.
Satu pas kan sampai
Tucked
sono.
back over by the defender to spawn. Jing in the corner, gonna eat a nasty chunk of damage. Knocked down to 81.
Tembak
but-
nih.
How did he not
Hampir.
Planted.
Ya
Anjing,
Allah,
gitu jelek
Cil. Iya,
Lu ganti
line
senjata,
offside.
ganti apa nggak ada suaranya anjing.
Just
Oh
have
my
Bricks
goodness.
go in a little bit too fast, but here comes Jesse Vash with the vengeance.
Gregetan
Parah
dia.
dong nih, ganti senjata nggak ada suara
to
Ben
the
ya.
rescue,
Iya.
but Forsaken joined back in by the rest of his teammates. See if he can get anything done. Finds Borkum, the molly down to cut off the rest of the team. Mindfreak sprints through it, spots one, but cannot line up the shots. It's just a bit too whiffy and
Gak ada kayak cekrek gitu sedikit aja. Gak ada.
Oh iya,
Benkai
menurut
divide
nggak
out
ada
the last
suaranya anjing.
two standing.
Terus savingnya bro.
Not much to work with, and the
Halo.
timer is ticking,
Dah,
so I
kasih
think
tes
it's
menang lah.
just going to be that save,
Yeah.
but
You saw Benkai, he
Tiga
was
seru nih.
thinking about going into underpass, trying to get some punishes, trying to take some weapons away.
Teriakan lu serem.
Beat Dubstep in
Layak dapat
particular,
500 like
not
gak,
gonna have
gas?
the most cash. But they decide to not risk it. They themselves also don't want to lose anything. And Secret very narrowly come away with that round win. So another timeout, the second one now called by Paper X.
and once more, this is that sort of flavor from Team Secret. They're sussing out Paper X and how they play. Sometimes it might be a push onto the
Fuck
opposite
me,
side of
man,
the map, but
Aaron.
playing a little bit more measured, just letting that timer tick down to about, say, maybe a minute 30, minute 25 seconds, and then a sudden coordinated set play onto the site. With a lot of these blast packs from Jeremy, cuts up so much space that pushes Paper X back, and if they want to fight back into it, if they want to resist the push, they're gonna have to think twice. Jing certainly caught out with the utility just for a second, but
Itu Jing gak puasa ya kalau dia minum.
a little
Gak
bit of
semua
a
orang
funny
di dunia
blunder
ini
from Jeremy, but
kagama sama lu bang.
instantly the reactions from the other players on the side of Team Secret controls
Kagak,
it
Bang.
back, brings it back within their range.
Tapi di sana sih udah jam 8 malam guys. Aman harusnya bang. Jam 8 malam udah buka, udah buka.
Timeout was called.
I mean, pressure mounting. couple
Bocil
tools to
garpu
work with.
somai
The
rungkat.
showstopper there.
Ya.
3 away is Divide from having the lockdown, which
Ya, garpu somai. Ya.
but the big, really
2022 meta naga. 2023 meta whoop.
are gone from the side
Oh,
of Secret.
There.
Neural theft.
makasih
There,
2 bulannya
Jesse
Armajai.
Bash gain information, deny audio, obviously with the Nightfall. Still things that they can utilize. See if they come out in this round or if they save them for the next. It seems like Mind Freak wants to use this pit that he's had, you know, reactively rather than proactively cut off an entire site and try to funnel people over to that side where it's a bit more heavily stacked.
Mamanya Jing
He wants to
Islam.
build
Oh
a
iya,
kit in
mamanya Jing
during it,
Islam.
go
Kalau gue
defuse
sih
it
nggak tahu.
almost, then lay down the pit.
Gue nggak ngikutin mamanya kan.
Great point, but you're just about at match
Nanti
point.
bilangin guys ya suruh umroh ke gue.
Sooner rather than later.
Kan Korea lebih cepet ya. Kok Korea? Lah emang Korea? Apaan sih?
Use it for
Woi.
a retake, it could work, but
Kok lu giting sendiri pemuda?
you're gonna have to make that fast rotation over. Timing is so crucial right now with the way
Nah, lo.
Secret are playing.
Apa sih Ben? Lah, lihat tuh. Kebanyakan lu liatin si legenda jadi tolol.
Staring towards Arcade with the cam. About the jet. Backside of box. The shot going through as well. Molly on the one side to try to cut him off. Well, Divide.
Ganti nama lu sekarang.
Push through and in, he drops the spike.
Down B.
Big Valley.
They're not in, surrounding him at the moment.
30 seconds left.
And unfortunately, one of the key things that they were missing from that equation was some paint shells. But crucially, Borkum does continue to come up big, finds the kill, but Jesse Bash down and Sewer going to be eliminated. Borkum dead.
Wah, masa umek bang?
Out, reload, heard. Dubstep will find the kill, but with 12 seconds remaining, gonna pop the cage.
Kalian patah?
Suspicious. As he swings out, he will be struck down.
Aneh juga lu Ben.
2 guns lost. Paper X again holding on, but still in a deficit.
Gue sih nggak ngerasa aneh ya kalau dikatain sama orang aneh, aman aja.
Incredibly intense, incredibly stiff competition. And Paper X are finding bits of success for sure.
Kayak gue tuh.
Just trying to play a little bit more
Lompat
defensively off the timeout this time, but you can see that Team Secret has a lot of depth in their plays now with the way that they're actually pushing in off of each
Menit-menit
other.
krusial ya, mau buka puasa GWS ya.
Just a little bit of a mistake with the tower push. Dropping the spike there was bad.
This is a familiar rush. And
Iya kabur itu. Naik tali. Iya.
No, I mean if he could tag him on the rope with the
Naik
rocket.
tali si Jesse.
I don't.
I mean, oh man.
If you could, that would be sick.
Ah, P-Adu belum kelihatan P-Adu.
Jing was a TF2 player. Soldier.
That would have been really fun to watch, but I think the velocity of that does take a little bit of time. Team Secret still trying to set up for that sort of measured play, a delayed push, just gaining bits of control. Paper Rex, though, with this information towards attacker spawn, they know that Team Secret are on the other side of the map. The position is, it's going to be A or B.
Benkai thinking that they're a bit further in than they actually are. Now sends out the aftershock. Forsaken gets himself into a good spot. We'll find Jesse Bash, but Jesse Bash actually killed Jing at the same time. So we're going for that double push.
Hey bro, supremasi bro.
Scrambled due to the mini map placement, but now Forsaken is going to look to
Jangan!
re-engage. Ends up getting spotted. Jeremy backs away.
Gas Bang Pur.
Like, going down now, 25
Ke side.
remaining.
Cuekin ke side aja.
Finds Jeremy.
Ah, mati juga.
One crucially before dying.
Ketra tapi langsung tuh.
Just Borkum and
Iya.
Dubstep. They
Ini
have
Borkum,
the
aduh, line
orbital
up,
strike to buy some
ulti,
time.
anjing. Oh, ada fight.
Harus mati ada fight. Iya, nge-step duluan Dik. Oh, menang. Gue kira bakal kalah.
In the neural step, looking to reveal. Spots them both. And now it's tucked away in Canteen. Spikes in the open. Mind free.
Dan buat Kantin asik juga.
The counter swing
Wuh.
hits the headshot. It doesn't
Wow.
get out. Dubstep lines them up for the clutch.
Ah, gak
3
jelas ah.
kills to take them to map point.
Angle-angle jadi angle 1v1 tau gak sih lu?
Iya, jadi angle 1v1.
By the Canteen, the way that he peeks out, Seth.
Ketutupan ya, jadi nggak bisa nembak bareng.
Again, I mean, so many
Bagus
things
sih
going
gerakannya.
right for Team Secret in
Ngambil
this
angle
round.
1v1
Paper
aja.
X getting the information, sure,
Yep.
Forsaken with a nice play out by Tunnel, but look at how he actually swings out wide on this. Effectively isolating both duels
That half step to the right, breaking line of sight, takes it away from Mind
Ulti.
Freak. And now he says, okay, you know what? I gotta use this damn thing.
9-12 ini.
It goes down,
Sampai
double push
Sentinel
from the
nih.
duelists. Coming out of main.
9-12. Woi!
Jing does get taken down,
Oh,
but
bro.
it's an immense
Pohon
amount of
biru,
damage
bro.
here for Paper X and around where they need it the most. The buy, not
Merah bro,
fantastic.
merah.
Biru gua, bro.
Will go ahead. Stay afloat. Envy as well. 58 health remaining. Borkum just now getting a gun as well. Believe he only had a classic
Diambil lah itu ya?
picking one up.
Diambil.
Emang diambil sama hancur lebih ini ya? Beda ya?
Beda cooldown.
Trying to play off the information
Kalau
they
hancur 40
gathered,
detik.
knowing it's
Kalau
gonna
nggak salah,
be an 8 hit
40-an.
this time. Devi's positioning is so crucial. He is aided by Ben Kai, of course, but they're trying to time it. They know that no one's on site just yet.
All right, let's do this again.
Ih, timing. Tai diceming.
Oh, damn good kill, but
Oh, si ulti.
plays just
Dap,
before
si
the
Ben
target.
kayak matiin.
Ends up getting
Iya.
and he delivers Devi right into
Enak
the
banget tuh
lap.
dubstep ya. Tinggal ngehap.
Served on a silver platter,
Ulti
back
lagi,
to a
anjing,
2-on-2, now Forsaken
Lah iya.
and Mind Freak.
Zoned away.
30 seconds
The
left.
aftershock still there.
Spike
Dubstep
planted.
trying to hide.
Min
He's
teriak.
got utility, Seth.
Flash comes out.
Oh!
And then he ends up
Wah, rondenya Bangpor emang Jik dari awal Jik.
Parah ya.
We
Parah.
are not done yet. A moment to calm down.
Sampai diem dulu tuh si
After the
Bangpor.
clutch.
What did I say before? Sometimes
left
when they
chat.
start to
Sentinel
feel that
comeback
loss,
ini.
He is online.
Forsaken grits
For
his
second
teeth
time,
and that
bro.
beast inside is awakened again. The
TO
way
sih,
that he
OT sih
instantly
asik sih.
reacted,
OT
this
kalah
is
nggak apa-apa
that
dah.
super peak reaction. Dodging the flash, getting the first flick, and
Tapi nggak
on to the
buta, Cik, ya?
next.
Kan
Team
dodge.
Secret.
Enggak, maksudnya kan harusnya ada kayak flash gitunya loh Jik.
What a
Oh,
Yang
enggak,
efeknya
enggak,
dodge.
dia kanan. Karena dia kanan banget itu nge-dodge-nya.
advantage after advantage.
Oh,
Dropped on the floor, but at the end, it's
Dan
been
jauh
right
juga
to
kali ya?
Hold on just a bit longer.
Iya.
ngaruh kan?
Bener-bener dia tadi lurus
Still
nanti
here
dia
from
bener
Borkum.
kanannya
Should
sama
be able to
banget
get a
itu.
plant down.
Oh,
Devi's got a lockdown. So
jaraknya
the orbital
berarti.
might have to be dedicated to that.
Oh,
Boombot meets Prowler. Nade goes flying.
Gelo.
Secret will back away.
don't want to count them
Mas
out. We've
Serip-serip,
seen
awas.
so many moments of greatness from Envy.
They both avoid the stun. Secret continue to
Iba,
press the issue.
mati cepet
Like
berdua
they kind
menang
of
kan.
want to. And now the door gets opened up.
Uh,
And this, tell them there's a hell of a lot of people on this A side.
Ih,
Ya udah ketahuan.
Cing, though.
Anjingnya deket anjing.
what?
Not connecting. I think the Bloom might have just kind of disguised
Buset dah.
somebody there. They go pushing in. Forsaken going to be good for one. Envy
Bantuin.
finds the headshot. Yeah, they have the
Dia bakal perang nih, mah.
They're already starting to tag him up. Dubstep with a ghost will get one.
oke.
2 kills found.
11.
Paper X look
Buang
to
Ron
take
itu mereka.
this into overtime. One more round to have it happen.
Also delete my hard drive.
This time they're facing a full buy, however. Or as close to one as you can get. You can see a couple pieces of util
Dodong
not being there.
dodeng.
One Prowler, one Flash from Envy. Those minor lackings could end up costing them.
Aduh, udah buka lagi Ben.
And it all
udah
happened
buka.
because they were kind of
Kok gue gak di inpoint?
rethinking their push to the other side. But
Bar.
now,
Wah, asik nih.
Paper X looking to push out again.
Perang lagi nih.
Lock reveals one.
Ih, ya.
Probably should suss out by now that where Forsaken goes, Jing goes, and vice versa. Especially in the latter half of this game.
Sabar satu ronde deh.
Oke,
Hear that blast pack.
asli. Kagok.
Should give them a decent idea.
Aduh lama lagi ronde.
Dubstep again.
Sabar bang.
Staring across.
Semenit bang.
Watching. Sees nothing. They'll send pretty much everybody through that.
Alah, timing!
Gets the timing. He still nearly loses his life. Forsaken was just a fraction of a second away from having that kill, but
Wah, wah. GG.
Gone.
GG anjing.
Map
Anjing.
3 bro, gak jadi OT bro.
Jumping to the side. There's the near old theft. Reveal getting ready to come through. Ben Kai finds
Iya.
one. They spray him down. Now it's all on
Main freak, 1v3, situation clutch.
Revealed again. The plant is in, and it would certainly take a miracle at this point.
He's clutched before, but in this instance, like you said, Seth, it's gonna have to be a miracle. He's got
Susah,
only
anjing.
2 snake
Habis
bites,
ini mah.
3 targets to hit, and they are everywhere. That's it.
Tuan yang BTS. Satu. Ente. GG. Kita bukan lu berapa lu? Jago banget ya. Gila, JC Mas.
Are clutching on their pearls because they are now concerned that Secret are going to steal this game away.
Iya adik-adik, siapa yang cair? Yang cair jangan lupa di like ya. Pasti kamu belum pada nge-like. Masa cuma 400 guys? VCT.
And it's one more map. Decide who is going to be holding their heads high at the end of it all. Who's going to have that 2-0 start in Pacific. Split will be the decider.
U24 versus U30. Tai. U24 versus U30.
All of these rounds, such greatness from the players of Team Secret.
Air bro, ya, sabar-sabar ya. Kita cariin dulu ya, sabar. PS. Gue buka buat map 3-nya di split. Silahkan. Ya. Ayo izin buka puasa dulu ya adik-adik ya. Oke. Kita buka puasa dulu. Sekalian maghrib lah ya. Oke. Sampai jumpa 10 menit ke depan adik-adik. Keburu nggak ya? Ya gua cepetan lah. Ntar kita mode VTuber dulu. Hup. VTuber mana VTuber? Hup. Oke. Dadah.
So very hungry to take down their rivals, a team that they have in the past when they faced off of them, not really been able to get the upper hand against them. So this means a ton to them, but it all comes down to split. We're going to get first looks at both of these teams here in Pacific on this map, and it's all going to be about preparation. There's no VODs realistically here to review about this one. It's all going to come down to what kind of read you can get on your opponents, and I, for one, am so very excited to see it happen. So I'm going to go ahead, throw us into the commercial break. The desk will break down the action from map number 2, and then we'll kick off the fantastic conclusion of this set. So do not go anywhere.
Welcome back to VCT Pacific. I'm Victoria. We got Will and Paper Thin here, and I am so happy we are going to map 3. That was another crazy game. These two teams did not disappoint.
Are you happy because we're going to map 3 or because we're going to split specifically?
Okay, both. Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, both. Honestly, both. These two teams are just on fire right now. They performed really well on both maps, and of course, it's going to be our first split showing. But let's break it down. Let's talk about what happened here. Again, both teams are losing out on their map picks, but I think it doesn't matter. It's just really awesome plays.
Yeah, I mean, I think this time around, even the stats just show it, right? It's strongly in favor, even though the final score was close, right? It's 13-11, as close as you can get without going to overtime. But if you're winning more first kills, and also you're stringing together more rounds than we saw over on the first map, right? Team Secret is able to hold on to that point just a bit longer. Now, one thing stays true is that they continue to have a stronger defensive side. So that's something that we'll have to keep an eye on for Team Secret. But otherwise, Envy popping off once again, as we hoped he would.
Yeah, I mean, I was really impressed with the way Team Secret played their defensive side of Fracture. One of the best performances, that you'll see on this map on the defender side. And also, another thing that I'm really looking at here is that Team Secret is also a little bit better on their post plans here. That to me signals that their structures on these situations are a little bit better. We saw some unique positionings where they're pushing into defender spawn a little bit better at times and getting some good reads on the positioning. That being said, it's really close both ways. We're seeing great combo plays from both teams. We're seeing a lot of great performances individually. Even Forsaken showing up there at the end with that impressive 4K. Look, there's so many good things to talk about here. You could almost spend another hour, another map of itself just breaking that down.
That's right. I think we had round after round of a lot of really impressive and really exciting plays nonstop. We saw a lot of really great rounds by Jesse Bash as well. Do you want to go to that?
Well, yeah.
Cek. Alhamdulillah. Halo adik-adik. Halo.
Going into round 5.
Mantap di speedrun. Berapa menit gua cabut? 7 menit. Anjir. Cepet juga. Makan bro. Sabar. Mana sih ini VTuber? Masih ada yang nonton gak ya? Halo. Ya. Gimana udah pada kabur guys. Alhamdulillah. Halo. Halo guys. Udah 100 bet ya, gila. Gue tinggalin. Ntar cari tontonan.
There's a Hong Kong.
Ya lagi cacat nih bitrate-nya.
Really? Oh, really? I can? Okay, wow. Should I go in? Okay, wait. Sorry, I need to ask my boyfriend.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Okay,
Sushi? Oh my god. I don't know if it's
Warna putih. Di mana?
Enggak.
Itu bando siapa?
Punya ibu.
Hah? Ibu kan udah meninggal.
Goblok Tio emang.
Kenapa emang?
Si Tio itu bilang kalau Ant-Man itu kisah nyata.
Iya. Berkumpul bercanda. Bare. Zawin. Kenapa tiba-tiba?
Gue tadi subuh belum nonton guys.
Hah? Jangan aneh-aneh.
Apa aneh-aneh apa?
Itu jempol pindahin.
Makan bro, makan ya.
Pindahin. Iya, taruh di bawah.
Gue sambil dengerin aja nih.
Ada serangga. Taruh di sana.
Dry ramyun.
Weh, meninggal orang. Taruh buang.
Ada serangga. Habis.
Ya buang. Itu masih ada, masih kesemprot itu.
Habis.
Masih bau ini. Weh, jangan aneh-aneh. Win. Lagi. Aku keluar. Jangan aneh-aneh, Bang. Taruh itu.
Maju lo semua.
Win.
Maju.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Weh, makanya itu orang marah sana. Di belakang samping. Weh, jangan main api-api.
Starter dulu mesinnya, starter.
Jangan main
Starter dulu.
api-api.
Kecil aja guys ya, bahaya.
Ini kenapa ada manusia begini? Win. Meledak tuh, lama-lama meledak.
Ini kenal.
Semoga aman lah, insya Allah.
Win. Udah kotor kaki aku ini. Itu tas. Sendal siapa? Taruh gak? Weh, ada apa ini? Weh, ada apa ini? Anjing. Ngapain sih?
Kalian tahu nggak tutorial berhentiin jawir guys?
Aduh, anjir langsung capek kan? Mau berkomedi gimana? Udah ngos-ngosan.
Anjir, setelannya gokil.
Do you mind, you're my darling angel.
Kasih makan betul.
Baby, on the party wanna still young. Don't wanna sound to the tone young.
Kasih makan pasti diem.
Looking back, I should always mention.
Baby not good, always a chance. Mama says that I'm not to
Holiday destination.
Girl, you my angel,
you're my darling angel.
closer than mountains you are to me.
Kasih lagu dikit.
Okay.
My angel,
You're my darling
Aduh, masuk sini, Mat.
Apa? Gak apa-apa, Abu doang.
Baby.
Capek. Apa kabar nih kalian? Mister Apa kabar nih kalian?
Sehat.
Gue backsound.
Gak bisa. Ini kan clip on masuk satu. Dua orang ngomong.
Ini masuk satu.
Iya dong. Iya dong.
Iyalah.
Dua orang ngomong, Anda
Bener-bener orang nongkrong di videoin iya.
Ini keliling-keliling.
Malah jadi nyanyi.
keliling pakai kaca biar dia Hokage di situ.
Duduk, Bos.
Tadi dari siang tadi ada itu kekacauan di situ tadi.
Ngapain orang di situ?
Gak tahu ribut.
Ribut apa?
Ada cowok sama cowok.
Oh,
itu yang
in the middle of the
dipisahin
night
tukang
and I
bakso.
noticed my girl wasn't by my side. Before I was dreaming for
dia
I
mau
was
tetap ngomong,
spirit, so
tapi
I had to take
ketimpa.
a little ride.
Tetap ketimpa.
Get checking all this fear,
Astagfirullah.
trying to figure out what I do tonight is go bad. Cause everything
Tai.
my girl left me.
Janji lagu R&B.
Who left my sense, cause I lonely.
Mr. Lonely. Gitu ya.
Memangnya.
Jangan ikut. Kepotong kepalamu.
Kemarin ada kemalingan.
Palingan. Oh, TV.
Udah kita.
Ya karena kita yang sampai malam di sini.
Sampai malam di sini. Apa? TV.
Kasih beliin lagi.
Urusannya gua kagak kenal.
Bukan soal beli lagi, soal kita dituduh.
Iya.
Padahal saya udah jelasin
Nah,
sebagai saksi.
orang-orang pada bilang elu. Terus karena emang elu paling aneh.
Itu kata rumah gue beliin lagi.
Beliin apa?
Beliin TV.
Nah, TV-nya yang lu beliin itu TV yang sama yang lu ambil.
Beli aja.
Berarti benar.
Yang hilang TV-nya TV apa?
TV.
Polytron.
Lucu gak lu?
Aduh, dapat ilmu baru tuh. Lucu gak lu?
Apa gitu?
Lucu gak lu?
Polytron berapa inch?
14.
14 gini.
Kecil.
Ya udah kita beliin yang
Kok
gitu.
panjang dia ke bawah?
Enggak, iya segini.
Masa begini TV begini?
Iya dok, kotak dok.
Kok kotak TV?
Naruhnya miring.
Kembali kan, mungkin gini.
Ada tuh TV yang Samsung tuh yang bisa potret tuh, bagus.
Tapi sekarang ini kan orang semua YouTube ya. Kau terakhir nonton TV kapan? Nonton TV murni dari TV ya?
Gua?
Aku kapan ya?
Aduh, udah lama banget kayaknya. Pun kalau ada tayanganku di TV, pasti yang gue cari yang di YouTube.
Gak kau nonton kan?
Iya, pasti yang gue cari yang di YouTube.
TV gitu, TV tabung gitu terakhir kau lihat kapan?
Anjir, TV tabung yang gantinya sampai gini nih.
Iya, bisa pakai kaki.
Iya kan?
Oh udah LED ya dari dulu ya?
Dia mah nggak nonton TV.
Sapu.
Dia mah nggak pernah nonton TV.
Sapu.
Sapu apa? Sapu ke sapu.
TV apa tadi?
Ribet banget anjir.
TV apa tadi?
LED.
Sapu.
Lidi.
Utu wayu. Anjir.
Jangan rezeki, jangan.
Kalau kupu-kupu jatuh.
Jangan disakiti.
Kurang kieu.
Rubu ini.
Kenapa dia mati? Ini
Udah guys, sudah mau main,
We just saw it, right? We
It's
just
been
saw
picked
it.
yet in our
Well,
league.
not in Pacific. Yeah, we just saw it in the Americas region.
Yang
but
belum betting
I am
adik-adik.
curious,
Ayo.
because Chamber, this split is one of the maps that he could still work very well in because of how close together the different paths are.
I think we're getting two double duelists here. It looks like,
I mean, this seems to be the norm ever since the changes to the map, right? Where now you have certain angles that you can try to take better advantage of as the attacking side, so why not speed it up even more? Get the advantages where you can, because generally the map favors the defense quite heavily.
yeah,
Per second jet, adik-adik.
right? Particularly at the bottom of B main, right? You're giving a little bit of extra space, a little bit of extra time. So the big difference here are going to be controllers, right? You're going to have the Astra versus the Viper. Personally, I lean a little bit more towards an Astra.
Well, we've got the Astros on both sides, but it's going to be the Cypher and the Viper as well, right? So it's a double controller versus the single controller. Now, Viper oftentimes used as that kind of semi-sentinel, but what's really going to come into play is, listen, Cypher's great on split, but he's only great if you really know your timings on when to push out from the defensive side. On the attacking side, it's fairly obvious what your role is, and the timings are fairly obvious as well. But the times we've seen the Cypher fail is oftentimes when teams try to play the Cypher on A side on defense, and then they push out without any info to try to get a deep lurk in a flank, and then they get picked off, and then A side's free. So I'm curious to see, Jesse Vash, if you're IGLing as well, how much info can you get with the passive utility that Cypher has?
Well, the teams are ready to go in the last and final map of today between Team Secret and Paper Rex. I'm really keen to see how this plays out. Let's go over to the casters, Achilleos and Quack. How are you doing up there?
Oh, well, I am just absolutely fantastic at the moment because this series is delivering on all fronts. This is exactly what we wanted to see between these two teams. This rivalry has been brewing for a very long time. Right now, it's hitting a fever pitch. Team Secret looking to do what they have been wanting to do, what they said was their goal. The outset, I mean, remember hearing from Jesse Vash after they took down Talon, and he said, yeah, we are looking forward to beating Paper Rex. Outside of DRX and Asia, they have always been the team that we want to take down. We consider them our rivals.
Mga naon, dry ram yun.
Doing so, it's a
Hot dry ram
both
yun.
of these teams in Pacific on split, and already the comps are delivering.
It's a blast from the past, Seth. First of all, I'm not okay after that last round from Paper X on Fracture. No, but
drink a Red Bull, you'll be fine.
Yeah, the Red Bull will help.
Oke, bro-bro.
This composition, though, I mean,
25 detik sebelum
double
tutup,
duelists
bro-bro.
coming on both teams,
Muji gaya, ya.
it is like
Muji
what we
gaya.
saw from the very first or second year of Valorant, and now both sides, they're trying to change things up a little bit.
Wah,
What
hampir
they wanna bring
sejuta,
out
bro,
to,
bro.
Of course, is
Gila.
Paper X with their double controller.
Yep, Benkai.
Masih tetap ya buat
Going
PRX
over
ya.
now.
3,
His third role that he's
2,
playing in this series.
1.
We've seen him go
Tutup.
from Sentinel into
Initiator
now into
820.000.
controller. Envy, I respect the knife selection. The ice mace, always good. Mind Freak now. Oh, goes Astral, and the timing is just off.
Yeah.
They get the kill. They hear the rush now into heaven. Paint shells flying up. Forsaken still eating damage. Gets tagged low. Sight, there's the abandonment. They go ahead, pull back through garage. They want to be able to join in. Funnel one after the other and look to retake this is the 5v4.
Yeah.
Swing on the corner. Jin going to be taken down. Does spot the head of Envy for a brief second as he goes back up the stairs. Trailblazer going to be destroyed. Doesn't get much. Just further confirming, yes, Jesse Vash is still there.
What they're really doing is trying to prevent that space from getting
Jesse
taken.
Vash gila dah jago banget.
That's indeed.
So clean from him. Caught with a flash.
Ya Allah.
Picks up the vibe. Push at the corner. Benkai
Bam.
finding one. They hold it to
Wah,
half before
ente
will
dah.
strike him down.
Jago banget Ajik tuh orang.
And if my count is correct, 4-1.
No, telat ngebet, buset, udah gua pur sholat sama ini loh.
Very much
Makan.
in the lead.
And remember, that one round only that they won on pistol was off of a defuse getting stuck. It's not the pistol frags, and this is worrying for me as PaperX fan, of course. The way that they've been playing these pistol rounds at times is just way too risky with how they peek into a lot of these angles, a lot of these duels, and Team Secret show that they are definitely ready for them.
Now, moving in, Marshall in the hands of Dubstep, which, of course, worth highlighting again, back over onto the Jet. We did hear from Jesse as well in that very same interview saying, Jeremy's not very good with the operator. So when we feel like we need it, Dubstep plays Jet. But additionally, you want that double duelist. Apparently here on Split has been the developing meta. Double dive setup. Decent. Envy gonna find Forsaken. He continues to be a first kill monster. Dubstep pulls back, gets himself over onto the rafters. Here's the tap. And does get a quick double. Looks for a little bit more. He gets a third and
dapat 3 kill, guys.
Decimate Jing as he comes leaping down from above. A flawless round here. The follow-up once again. Secret excelling.
Mantap-mantapnya.
Do they get that bonus convert again? We saw them streak 5 rounds right at the start. I mean, these are just some nasty shots. I thought maybe he was going to get Jing as well.
Potentially.
Masa iya saya 35k padahal ngebet asal. Masa iya baru 2 round udah seneng.
We are looking out for that bonus win, and if Dubstep can actually find a couple more, this round could be it.
Nah kaki.
Jesse taking a bit of nasty damage there from the paint shells. Dubstep spotting him. They're going to continue to push it. Tries to go for the no-scope. Can't make it happen. Jesse now playing inside of the ring. Jumps forward. Finds one. They'll counter spray. They manage to take him down. Jeremy arrives.
Masa iya langsung cair. Saat berbuka iya, saat berbuka bro.
This one I think might be a bridge too far for him. This Mind Freak waiting. Spots him, but it's a delayed reaction. He doesn't adjust the crosshair at all.
Konyol dikit.
Awkward for a second. Borkum's still looking for a way to make this possible, but PaperX are sussing out information that one guiding light might have just made it even more difficult for Borkum to turn this around.
Just the Spectre there, but he's going to push over, get himself towards ramp, grab the rifle perhaps. They would hear the pickup.
Blocking vision.
Oh, vision blocked. Forsaken pushes, was low on HP. Swing out, looks for another kill, trying to take one of these rifles away. Won't be able to make it happen. Jing with a nice little fadeaway shot, but 3 weapons denied. As PaperX will go ahead and find themselves a win.
Ada iklan gitu di bawah, udah biasa memang dari Twitch-nya.
Setting up the nebula onto the spike itself made it seem as if he was about to pull off a ninja defuse, but when it comes down to it, of course, the firepower rings true. Just holding up on a ramp, planting their feet firmly down, PaperX managed to turn that chokehold into a fortress where they will fire back, fighting fire with fire. Their guns were better in that round.
And break it.
Dubstep, you were highlighting it as far as having the blades. Now he's going to operate.
Yes.
So this is what he's in this role to do. He looked very clean with it still. First challenges last week. They can try to scout, identify where this Cypher util is at. Fortunately for Jesse Bash, the cam has not been spotted quite just yet. Jeremy, in the meantime, getting himself situated behind the box, playing in case there's contact here from Dubstep. He's scoped in, staring over at Ramen. They see the gun barrel. It's just an easy kill. Benkai now going to be taken down. Spam out into the back of sight, however. Jesse Bash going to fall and make it a 1-for-1.
Still, they managed to make their way in, and with these nebulas in place, they get to cut off so much space, pushing further into screens. Not a single sound from Team Secret though, and they might not have a clue. Dubstep.
Gak kena Dubstep, Cok. Jangan por, jangan por.
Watching this like a hawk.
Okay. Final delay. Dubstep not finding that kill, which would have felt like
mantep Bang Por.
At the same time, Mind Freak finds an elimination. Envy, a bit whippy, finally stabilizes, gets that kill, but he's down to 1 HP. And he's not going to be able to lead this into a clutch. 2-2.
Yes.
PRX very swiftly tie things up, and now the operator
Si
is
Mas
lost.
gak jadi dimainin.
The way they push in that impact frag onto Dubstep. Operator lost. And that's a valuable tool outside of Team Secret's hands. This is how they play it. Now you're gonna have
Masih
that
nungguin
presence
dari
up
jam
on
3,
mid, but
nggak
that
ada di
means the
Discord
A
sebelah.
side is a little bit more vulnerable. A little bit of damage coming from Jesse Vash, but that was it. And PaperX managed to overwhelm. I love to bring attention to this toxic screen up because I've been seeing it for the past few rounds now. Benkai always blocking off mid that way.
Get out of my way!
That vision away from them. Blades on either side. Both of them drifting. They make contact. Back away. Dubstep does go in aggressively, trying to take out Jake, but shot not quite going to connect. A flash out, the Seekers fly as well. Got them down. It'd be gonna be good for one. It's Bash.
Oh my God!
There's the knife kill we were looking for! And off the back of it, Team Secret will pull off a thrifty to very swiftly turn the tides of this map.
We
Wah,
were
telat
setting
bet
up
ya,
for it. We were
telat kill.
thinking that the passive
Satya, makasih Gen member.
himself might not have been the greatest, but he just sets up for the cage play.
How do
dancing around it.
How do they keep doing it?
I don't know, man. PaperX are
Terus
starting
Jesse
to look a
Pes klik
little
kiri.
bit careless with these pushes, and it's that void bash from Jesse
bukber
Bash
banget tuh.
himself.
Oh,
the frenzy. Oh my.
That deserved a little bit more zhuzh from the water park. Should have been a little more hyped up after that play. Not only is it the thrifty, but with the knife. Straight up style. Let's see though. PaperX can stabilize, not get too frazzled by it. We know that they won't. But they do have a very hefty stack here in mid. Mindfreak hanging back, watching for an
Aji, welcome back Aji, masih ada Gen member lagi. Kok tidak ter-expect ya? Kok tidak ter-expect? Dapat 3.
As they are just shattered.
1, 2.
Looks for the second. Does get the tap on the dubstep, head through the wall. Shoving him back with a
Di main, Ron.
come out from Envy. Spike in hand, what do you do?
4 players to work against, and there's just so much of the map being covered by Team Secret. It really isn't all that much. The best that you can hope for is to play off your smokes and find ways to slip in past enemy lines. But look at this setup. There's just no way you're going to peek into mail room and get out of it alive.
Okay,
Of course
tries
not.
to play off the backside of the flash, hoping that it was going to just be Envy watching, but it is not. So you can go ahead and find themselves a 4th. Timeout going to be called. And I mean, PRX have been using these pretty early on, right within the first quarter in every single map.
Enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
I mean, if I were Alex right now, I'm chewing out the team. This is a terrible mistake from PaperX. You can see the ideas that they have churning on with the toxic screen up.
Konyol
like
nih.
you mentioned
Udah
earlier.
mulai
It
nih.
blocks vision. It's a bit of a default setup that allows PaperX to kind of set up some mental conditioning off for Team Secret. But when it's such a small thing, like holding off angles, when you have Team Secret pushing past a toxic screen and just hiding in an off angle, surely you check that.
Well, hasn't been the case, but it's bound to be something that is being talked about here. Reinforced, drilled into them. Try to find some added stability. We're still seeing the development of Split at the moment, you know, just given the recent changes to the map. Before, I mean, you'd say, okay, you get 3 rounds, 4 rounds, you're in a pretty good spot on the attack. Hasn't really been the case as much as late.
Not so much.
A couple more, and I think PaperX will be able to breathe a bit more easily, but ideally, at the very minimum, you're going to be aiming for that 5-7 half for yourselves. Goes up to block off. Dubstep just going to be finding that dog for now.
This time around going for the full potential set play, but instantly dismissed by a bit of presence.
Enak.
A lot
Oh,
of sound, for sure.
bakso.
But I don't think Team Secret are worried at all. They know it's an eco.
Apa Perek tidak setajam dulu karena Anda nontonnya pas lagi kalah.
Sweating. The way that they're jumping.
Terus sih emang TS-nya lagi jago, bro.
Afraid to push out.
I mean, they don't
Perek-nya mah tajam-tajam aja, tapi TS-nya lebih tajam.
Very correct play here. As entry up onto the ramp. Just waiting for it. Stinger in hand, still very much at risk.
Aduh, posisi awkward ya Allah.
Pushes out Benkai with a great headshot. Off the Sheriff manages to find one, but now Jeremy takes the fight, finds the second, looks at the bounce of the paint shells, lands it at Mind Freak's feet, chunks him down to 57 with a swing effort. Envy, they'll be able to close it. 5-2. Thrifty, not able to be found here by PaperX, much like it was for Team Secret. Now we see what they put together, what the game plan is during that timeout for this buy round.
Then again, it has to be said, like that was a good round from Team Secret. Just classic defense.
That was great.
Mental reads, not moving at all, given how PaperX would probably play.
And look at the read again. They have a triple stack right here in front.
That same toxic screen.
The Jing's gonna try to go Showstopper, it would seem. No, just goes bouncing across. Had he Showstopper actually in the main, he would have found 3 kills. Either way, they gain space for themselves.
Just a little bit though. You want to push into heaven, and with the way that this is set up, you have the option to go back through ropes in towards mid.
Gaming Paris sudah kebaca. Pasti.
There's no way in hell that you actually
malah sama
push onto
Secret
A side with
dibalik,
that many players
dibalikin
with
W
Team Secret
Gaming.
holding it. Dubstep as well.
TT-nya maju-maju. Tadi kan maju-maju tuh ke
Back
mid.
on that operator.
Looks like the rope play may end up being the call here. As they continue to creep up, just hugging along that Viper wall.
You are divided.
Oh. Divide now. Going to be invested. They're going to go rushing forward. Get ready to drop out. The dog spots Jeremy. Flush him out. Envy dead as well. Shorty from Dubstep. Who spots him for a brief moment across the face. For a second, it looked like they wanted to go for the push. Jesse Bash tries to get a second. Cannot make it happen. Just a singular kill. Dubstep with an operator. They're just going to go ahead and hightail it and let that spike go off. PaperX on the buy, looking good.
Zapping ya.
That's one way to dismantle that defense. The Cosmic Divide just set up a little bit further down, a little bit more shallow, just to block off screens, and that little sliver up by A Heaven itself allows for PaperX to actually drop down with the Trailblazer along as well, coming in from Divide. Everything set them up to eliminate each player one by one. And of course, with Dubstep and the Shorty, I mean, that was just a sick bit of movement from Forsaken, air strafing in and out of the Cosmic Divide, nullifying that Shorty.
Well, great turnaround. Keep themselves in this, building back up some momentum. Obviously, economic-wise, not a ton of damage dealt. They will force out a couple of additional buys, but as you can see, Borkum, 6,050 at the moment, still in his back pocket. Only having to spend 450 of that here in this round. Operator retained, so it's going to take a little while to churn through this for the side of PaperX, but if they can get up to 5, that's when we'll start seeing things become a bit weaker for Team Secret. And already, again, like I said, you'll probably be fairly satisfied getting 5 in the attacking half. But obviously, they're going to be aiming for more. Showstopper still held on to. See if that comes into play for Jing.
Bang Ben sokong siapa nih? PRX, gua sokong PRX.
Things off, the Guiling Light. Information not gained though, and then that's going to be the call to play it safe instead.
Again, just trying to info bait here.
Not a lot of utility being thrown out by Team Secret either. That's just one Nebula. All the cameras coming in from Jesse Vash, calling it clear. But here it comes.
5-3, let's go.
Flash in, another Nebula set up. Things are coming down.
Alhamdulillah sudah penuh menurut saya.
Realize, you know, they've abandoned mid completely once more. They could be anywhere. Oh, Showstopper. Does he land? Oh no, he gets just over top of that trap wire. Finds the kill. Borkum dead. Decent amount of damage out on the Jing though. Forsaken pushes in, continues to chase, finds the kill. If he shuts him down, the Bio find Jeremy up in heaven. 2v3, now a 1v3, and the first shot from Dubstep is not going to connect. And he's just got to back away.
Spike play.
Look at Benkai's positioning and all of this.
On the
he
hunt.
knows where Dubstep is.
Oh yeah, he hears him now. They're going to try to get this out of his hands.
Alhamdulillah terkejar di 5-4.
Well, he is really far away at this point, though. Lost the initiative, but that was a great way for PaperX to go in with that delayed push. Baiting out the utility, a cloudburst in, just to set up for that Nebula. Taking out the camera gave them a lot more value. They had no idea that Jing was going off like a little bit slower, not so
Buat
much
menang
far.
mana nih? Menang Nugi Darmawan.
Do they continue to push for this? Obviously the round's in hand.
Menangkan hati para viewer sore yang
Don't wanna
ditepu.
lose too many extra
Hahaha.
weapons. It's like it will just be at the end.
Especially not when Team Secret has that much economy.
Yeah.
Masih ada yang ngebet siapa?
PaperX,
Ya Allah,
again,
Abu.
running it back, making this close. Now just one away from being able to tie it up. It feels like this is just how they're destined to perform in every single map that we have.
Very careful. You can hear in all of that, with Jing quite literally bunny hopping, they managed to still secure each and every one of those frags. And again, the toxic screen with the mental conditioning,
Concealment.
it tricks Team Secret into thinking that the site hit's going to be onto A, maybe mid. There's so much utility getting spent now.
Spike's still just going to be dropped in a neutral position, back over here towards the A site.
Dia juga lagi pin kode call Nugi.
Staring Operator in Forsaken's hands, hoping and praying that Dubstep decides to just swing around this corner and take it aggressively.
Biasa pakai sniper di sini.
No
Strat baru kali ya.
intention of doing
Bagus
that
sih bawa
whatsoever.
Piper.
However, so will just be set back, but is rallying towards him.
Pakai meta.
Needs to be Johnny on the spot.
Meta Piper.
To the exit plan. Walt getting ready to come up. Tries to go for the timing shot. Now has to run away. Into the trap wire. Just go Defy. Slows him up for a little bit longer. Ops help at range.
Cakep Bang Por.
Holding the angle. Finds him. Now
Jadi hot angle tuh.
as well. That's a site
No,
broken
JJ
open
buta.
in
Oke, nice spy.
blinded as he pushes forward.
Ayo, Bankai. Bankai, mantap.
Will Jeremy tag them through the box.
30 seconds left.
As Paper Rex looks like they should be able
Aduh.
to go ahead and take this one. Borkum now in a 1v4. Push coming in. Defy gets that headshot through. Paper Rex. They do in fact tie it.
Just as I was about to say it, I felt this timeout being called from Team Secret. How many rounds has it been from PaperX now that they've won in a row?
3.
Yeah, taking heed of Alex's words, right? A lot of these protocols are now tighter. You can see that they actually send out utility first. Make sure that they gain that information before actually going in with the site hit. And they're not just rushing it right as soon as the barrier drops. They're baiting a lot of the rotations. They're baiting out the utility from Team Secret first.
Udah tajam belum, Dik? Nah, coba dilihat baik-baik. Apakah sudah tajam nih Bang Paperek? Dua smoke, dua duelist, jadi enak gak sih attackernya PRX? Ya enak, defense juga nanti enak. Tapi kan jatuhnya si Vipernya nih jadi sentinel. Bang, subsidi nanti habis ini. Saya suka per second, anjay, saya suka per second, opa. Saya suka per second.
They need to get a little bit aggressive with this, but if they do, there is that sense of possibly getting shot back by PaperX.
Ada APP.
I just have to remind everyone there was that round when we see Benkai actually going with deep lurks as this Viper because of the toxic screen that he has. Team Secret definitely respecting that fact.
Apaan itu? Yeay, gue ngomong Bankai dikit. Zenbon Zakura keluar nih. Ah, gua ke band bos memeo. Jangan animenya, blok.
Do they once again creep across towards rope and get themselves situated along that toxic screen for
mantap. Ngasih 10.000 menghancurkan channel ya.
Oh no.
Beuh. Lagi ngedogi langsung di W Gaming.
Utterly spotted. Jing will remove the dart. Secrets go chasing down into ropes. Have to be destroyed, and Jesse displaced. Can't get Benkai, just takes him low. And now, yeah, again, the early
muter-muter, iya, muter-muter.
They realize that that final round of the half is on the horizon, and they need as much firepower as they can get. But with Jesse Fash down to 150, and be at 400, Borkum very far forward position.
Ada yang nanyain umroh, DM aja bro, DM. Yang nanyain umroh juga pada nge-DM gua. Aman aja.
Go ahead and get collected together.
Good bit of an exit frag.
List harga lihat di mana? Iya di
Very close to
itu
their
di
ultimates on
DM
side
gua
of
aja.
Team Secret, in fact. Off this save for sure, but
Gua lupa jadiin highlight waktu itu udah gua share padahal.
PaperX
DM aja
were
ya
looking
tanda
for
seru
that
IG bro
fifth
kalau belum
win
tahu IG-nya.
on this first half, and they've got it.
That they do. And now they're putting Team Secret in a disadvantageous position, saying, yeah, the best you're gonna get as Forsaken takes down Borkum. Is a 6-6 half.
Ajak Api buat sepatu
PaperX
VCT
now
Pasifik
hungry
pasti
for that
dia
7-5. On the opposite side of what I was saying. They want the 7. They want
Ya
that
kalau watch
2-round
partinya
lead.
jam 1 siang mah bisa.
The way that they're playing, it seems like they very well
Ben
should
gua
be
kan
able
jam
to
segitu
get
udah pulang.
A little bit more cautious on the side of PaperX, but we need Team Secret to go in a little bit more, a little bit deeper. In fact, in that round, they were playing such defensive positions, and we see Dubstep on this operator so much, we need him to find value out of it. They're pushing into
Core Fracture sama Heaven kebalik. Oh iya kebalik anjir. Best day ever. Saya buka pakai ramyun.
Possibly, if anything, to start this retake, but with how
Berisik
PaperX are
banget si
playing,
Memeo ya.
going so far
Pakai
back,
ramyon, gua buka pakai ramyon, tau gak lu?
space for Jeremy to just slip into garage. If he could land a shot, that would be huge. But PaperX have completely evacuated the site. They're going back to mid.
Ay ay ay.
Smoke does find Benkai. 11 HP. As they start on the defuse, everybody's zoned so far back.
Aduh, di tap bro. Ada Jing, bom Jing. Mati, oke. Aduh, udah half,
The defuse held a half. Jing.
Santai, santai Jing, santai Jing, santai Jing.
Jesse Bash.
Set, bom aja, oke. EZ.
There's no hope. The time is not there.
Let's go, Ace, JJ.
PaperX, they have the advantage.
Switching sides.
And I was just thinking about it, but this is why they have those heroic plays. It's not oftentimes, it's just magical,
Kita di
mechanical
observer
skill,
lagi nggak di si
but
Jing.
rather players that are set up for it.
Nah, replay.
Seemingly, the strategy wasn't quite there.
Ye, ngetep mulu. Ye, replaynya.
Having the game sense to know to
Nice replay.
mid, to push out at the right time, to throw out those paint shells, to shoot people who are flying up at him.
Such a quick reaction. And then from there, there's no hope. And Ace, what a way to end the half.
Di akhir baru.
Jing consistently finding impact and making his presence known in these maps. And now again, the question that we have to ask, and I'm dying to see the answer is, does PaperX get the pistol?
Lagi tuh. Oi.
Might be a 7-7, potentially an 8-7.
Aku lupa ini judulnya apa. Aku tapi pernah dengar. Terima kasih Kak Dika 25.000-nya. Beuh. Itu udah teater, bro. Beuh. Di teater ya? Apa di mana itu? Kelihatannya sih di teater. Iya, oh. Juara Valorant dunia siapa, Bang? Juara Valorant dunia. Kemarin yang juara siapa, guys? Juara Valorant dunia siapa kemarin, guys? Gue lupa. Laut. Nah, Laut. Tim Epic. Oh, siapanya tuh? Load, tim Load.
Overheating a little bit.
A really fun and intense match to watch.
Don't have double controllers to help escort you.
Extreme Load kapan comeback? Kayaknya ada rencana besok record, cuman gak tahu nih.
I mean, it is that Sentinel instead. You're gonna have to lurk. Whereas on the side of PaperX, you got two controllers. You know, Viper a little bit more of that pseudo Sentinel. But what we're seeing on the minimap is that Benkai is alone on A. He's blocking off a lot for mid, but if he gets overwhelmed, that's it. And of course, this also kind of says that PaperX are setting up for that retake play. He's playing so defensively, so far back, up to screens.
They have a star form. It's a quick dissipate. PaperX, very big push. Coming out. Yeah, Borkum, you got to hightail it. He's got that spike.
Oh, mid. Oh.
Jesse, thinking about doubling back, trying to put that trap wire down.
Heard something.
Jainya.
Closer, and the dog was right underneath.
Jainya.
Not gonna get the trigger. Does catch one. Everybody's coming across. Dubstep finding one. Forsaken finding two, however.
Ini hijau merahnya masih pusing nih anjir ngeliatnya.
Forsaken swaps over. Grabs the ghost.
Warnanya ubah apa ya? Kebalik.
Left spike is down. Envy around the back. Sneaks his way through. Benkai's dead. Now Forsaken. He needs an ace of his own.
40 HP though. And
Akagami no Andijul.
Does not seem likely. But this was such a smart round from Team Secret, and like we were talking about, the fact that they won it just might turn things around. They had a three-pronged approach. First, gaining that map control up by mid. They have players up inside of vents, players inside of mill room, and then the footsteps intentionally to bait out that push, bait out that peek from PaperX. And then suddenly, when you pop out of vents, everything just goes awry.
Pistolnya emang jago tes bro.
Well,
sulit.
The final count.
Telat bet lagi. Kalau telat cek dokter aja so.
Certainly something that can be investigated and fixed in the future. But for now, gives Secret a way back in, a way to tie this up. Cannot squander this round here with the weapons that they have.
Alasan, hah? Alasan.
Flash coming down. Ooh, the close peek. Benkai dealt with the drop out of heaven. Jink does manage to find Jeremy with a shorty. Having to close the gap, but then dealt with.
Apaan lagi nih Mosing?
Specters now for the remaining members.
Anjay.
Not there to receive, so still will be sitting
Brag. Kayak kena violation nanti, sabar ya, jangan lama-lama. Violation YouTube berbahaya. Lagunya mah enak-enak aja, kekerasannya yang berbahaya. Terima kasih cobaannya bang.
We are tied once more. Secret bringing it to 7 after just consistently incredible starts to every single half.
And it's that consistency that sometimes gives Team Secret their lead. And of course, begging the next question, will they find it in this round?
Desel bermasalah, hari ini lagi bermasalah.
They didn't lose that much.
Apa tuh?
Banking on
kontol.
Having a sharp shade.
Tai, makasih Bang Samuan, cobaannya. Ngeselin diulang-ulang. Ada.
We'll be hearing as he just continues to tap and.
Wah ini badis apa nih guys, keren Shuriken.
Oh, it goes into the corner. It actually doesn't confirm.
Jump scare.
The audio bait attempted. Benkai playing forward. Drops the bite. We'll go ahead. He clipped by the dog. Looks like they don't have that much interest in pushing him for the moment. Paint shells out the back of heaven. They're just gonna go ahead and
kita di
belakang
mama.
Now they know there's someone forward to the close side, so Jink sends out the paint shells to try to displace, but kind of botches the bounce. So
Alhamdulillah.
Jesse Vash perfectly fine to stay where he was at.
Good.
Blocking sight.
The one-way set up. They make contact. Out on the rafters. They don't forsake near stairs. He's trying to push the issue.
30 seconds left now.
Yeah, he's funneling them back over towards A. The ropes are tapped. They hear this. We've got two people into the site. Flash into the back corner. Jink not flashed by that whatsoever. And Benkai does find Jeremy. The push in and screams.
JJ. Berangkat. Jangan kasih bonus, Ajik.
A masterful spray transfer, and Benkai just sitting pretty on the site. So patient, so clean, so good. All of these rounds, that audio bait does not phase PaperX at all.
Laptop nginep. Kenapa lagi laptop?
Because of device having light. All that information, all that space gained to push Team Secret back in towards A heaven.
87, ayolah. Ah, ngentot. Saran obat batuk.
OBH.
Obat batuk hitam. Kasih X9 ya, Buzz Lightyear kontolnya.
Gara-gara ketarik jadi mati ya. Bocah bet mainnya.
Lord Borkum aji.
Abis
lagi heal.
Can't offer up anything, not even a sliver to their Astra player. But with everybody else healthy, still in a good spot.
As soon as Mind Freak pushes in
Ganti
garage
pasta,
too,
Kak. Ya Allah.
immediately aware that the
Ganti pasta laptop diinepin, Sol.
question is though, will he find that initiative?
Over here, Rope tries, so close, but just fires right past Envy's ear, clipping him, but not killing. And now Mind Freak, I think well aware that
Ya diganti dah, coba
damage
tuker
done is
laptopnya.
still going to be value found. So far, only claiming a single rifle out of their hands. They probably want more.
Emang ganti pasta laptop susah juga.
To just hold on to this.
2 batang rokok juga kelar.
Maybe an extra frag here or there. Round's not over yet, but
Concealment.
consider the fact that this is how Team Secret has
Udah
been
selesai,
playing.
cuma harus ngambil
I think
loh.
we're gonna have to see a switch up from Paper X next round. Toxic Screen just basically disregarded. It's a really aggressive one, deep one. That
Aku datangnya Mas mau tutup jadi nginep. Oh, Mas mau tutup.
Slip through mid once more. And of course, that's where they found those frags. That's where Borkum actually lurks back behind into garage, taking Forsaken down. Numbers advantage for Team Secret is big value.
Shit. Jangan kehilangan momen lagi lah.
Now at 8-8. Money a little bit iffy for some of the people on the side of Paper X.
Teman-teman, hari ini kita bangun
pretty much everything in the round. Swing back out to help protect Dubstep at least for a little bit longer. Finds the buy.
Gua, saya. Aku
mau beli sarapan dulu. Aku kontol. Sarapan anjing.
Mantep, Indomie 2. Anjir, begitu lagi. Iya, betul.
I'm not sure, but the buy, he runs into the concuss.
Yeah.
And the site gets completely shattered open, as is the economy.
That leaves Benkai and Jing to pick up the pieces, but not quite.
Langsung mati 3.
Way
too much.
Konyol.
You need some form of firepower as you
Gila
get
nih si
ready to go into
Borkum
this
ini.
next round, losing the lead here. And that's just gorgeous from the side of
W
Secret.
Gaming di W Gaming. Namanya tuh.
Fantastic call from Jesse Vash too, if anything. But a bit of a misread from Paper Rex, having Forsaken with such a valuable tool, just immediately disappearing off the game. Instantly initiating fights has been Jeremy so far throughout this entire map. If I'm not wrong, he's sitting on about maybe like 16 kills thus far. And that Showstopper bringing so much value to the team. 9-8.
9-8, okay, Jing. Sad at screens, we'll take 2 of those guns away, softening up
17.
Their money just a bit more, and yeah, 17, 11, and 2. Jing right there with them, a battle of the raises here. See who can overtake the other. With those eliminations, crucially for Jing, this does give him now his own showstopper. See how he decides to utilize that. But, as you said, the call.
Itu ada bahaya juga tuh Jik, setselnya si Jeremy yang ke tembok.
Perfection.
Kalau telat dikit itu jadi ke bawah. Iya, jadi ke bawah itu.
Everything about the exec was just perfect for Secret.
Kalau gue masih mending ke lantai terus jongkok.
They're doing the same things. It's not working out.
They've only got one more though. And the question you have to be asking yourself if you're Alex is, do I do it now?
Or do I
and try to stop the bleeding when it's only begun? Or do I wait until they make it to 10? And it is a tough call.
It is. If you don't fix it soon enough, it's going to be a big problem later on. So.
Lah, kagak meledak.
No info.
Burungnya kagak pecah.
Jump and shots flying. So now they know there's at least
Ada
2
berdiri
people
kok.
there.
Instantly, Team Secret
Tetap
actually
3 B-nya
rotate
Aji.
away from it. They have those stars set up towards the middle, where they could potentially play with a little bit
Oh,
more
ada rotate-nya
information,
si Dabai.
getting some rotations over from Paper Rex, but at the same time, look at the positioning onto where it's A heaven.
Need that back.
Paper Rex is kind of ended up reading this right as far as where they're putting the lion's share of their players. Jesse looking to hold.
Oh, GG, mantap.
On. He doesn't even take that much damage. Seeker's now unleashed. Envy looking to spot him out.
Aduh,
Jing
tuh lagi.
managed to find yet another one before getting taken down.
Up.
Gravity well.
Ketahuan nggak sih Benkai?
Backing away. Benkai gets himself situated here.
Dicek
in the
tapi
corner. The swing out.
anjir Jeremims dapet.
But he still finds the kill. But do they expect to buy? The
One
answer
more.
right now looking like no. He's playing
Yo,
around the screen
bye.
so perfectly.
Bye. Oh,
And
okay.
Markham will fall as Divide finds
Mantap.
3 to tie us up yet again.
Bobbing and weaving inside and out of those screens.
Hari ini,
He's
harusnya
playing
ronde ini
peekaboo
cepet nih.
style, Seth.
B lagi nih.
Man hits him out with the left and right
B
hook.
lagi ya.
Team
Lagi.
Secret
Oh, enggak,
just
enggak, enggak.
caught unaware.
Default.
And of course, it all starts off with Jing
Kelantan
finding that
punya.
instant snap onto the head of Jesse Bash.
Yeah, that, the follow-up. Taking out dubstep, so much firepower lost. at the
Buset,
hand
crosshair
of
titik
Jing.
kalau 4/3 gede bener ya?
Divide set
Otaknya.
up to again just
Tidak
drag
benar.
control on the site.
4/3 itu kayak 12/60 nggak sih?
Dubstep now
Kalau pakai 1920,
buys
4/3 bisa nggak sih?
the
Kayak
rest
R6
of the
nggak bisa ya?
team, like
Enggak,
the
nggak
offering
bisa.
of a weapon. We'll have blades
Tapi
over
kalau
its
bisa enak
hands.
anjing.
See if he
Gua
can grab
14/40, 10/80 enak dah.
Still holding on to that
Kalau gepeng ya.
Gue soalnya ngerasanya di
Doesn't
R6
need to
kalau
use it quite just yet.
1920, 1080 ya,
That spray.
4/3 nggak gepeng aja.
Benkai will fall.
4/3-nya.
That's A site now broken
Iya,
open.
kalau di R6 ya.
Not that they necessarily know
Ya
that.
soalnya
Kalau
resonnya
resolusi
masih
Full HD.
19/20 ya.
Must be
Yeah.
thinking about it, but the spike isn't quite committed to the A
Push
site
anjing,
yet,
push
so
lagi
that's
bener-bener.
the one major difference.
Bisa dari
now for Team
Nvidia. Oh, berarti diganti
Seeker
aspek
sends out
rationya
just
doang gitu,
more
Jik.
information and they call
Mungkin.
that it's pushed towards the middle, but
Iseng kali ntar.
fortunately Forsaken does not find that value.
Tries to play off of it. I mean, he had to have known that
Ya Allah,
he
sakit perut
really
lagi gua.
weakened them, but ends up getting a bit too aggro. Jing, Divide, they rotate over. Ramps, this is where things fell apart for them in the last round. Doesn't happen again. Envy the first to fall. The
Meninggoy.
spike goes
Oke,
down.
pai.
Gets Jing
Ay!
more. This time Jesse Bash will find the shot. 3 members left alive. Mind Freak, the last one standing.
30
Ada apa
Spike gets
anjir?
picked up. Does he try to play for this?
Ada apa ini?
2 stars to work with. But that one little bit of movement from Dubstep hovering off to the right side just kind of threw off that spray. It's going to be tough. Might be able to flush someone out of position with a concuss or a gravity wall, but that's it.
Apakah tukang clutch ingin mencoba?
Isolating these fights while in this position. It just feels so difficult.
Ada
Sight from Cam as
kamera
well.
lagi.
Staring around. It's not looking the
Kameranya
right
ke sono.
way. If he pivoted back, they would have been able to spot him. But, oh, there's a trap. But now they know exactly where he is. They know exactly which way to not go. Exit by the screens towards the defending spawn. Again, Secret fighting back, trading blows, and retaking a lead 10-9.
And they breathe a little bit more life into Team Secret too.
I mean, this has died. Weapons, I mean, money-wise, they can buy.
Udah,
Not too
Son,
bad,
udah. Kenapa
but-
tuh?
Well, Seth, I mean, this is just... We're on only into day 2, week 2. It's feeling super intense between these two teams that now that we get to
Ah,
double
ini masih
digits,
bisa menang nggak nih,
that
guys?
timeout gets called out.
Yep. Opt to go for it right as they lose the lead
Wih,
once
main freak.
again.
Ganti lagi tuh mouse
This
Jik.
has to
Apa tuh?
be everything.
Banyak pastinya
Yes.
orang-orang ini mau spetnya.
If they continue to
Dulu
come back
apaan tuh?
into this, winning out rounds, there is
Apalagi Halo ya.
there's no way.
Hmm.
Warburds is not going to call a timeout.
He doesn't
Unless
have
they
to.
start losing. So he's just going to leave him in radio silence.
Dan gua gunting mouse per
Completely shut
second.
Alex out of the equation. So this timeout needs
Pakainya
to
ujung
have
kiri atas dah.
results.
If not, that could be it for Paper Rex in this matchup. Just see how serious Alex has taken it too. The protocols thus far on the defensive side, a lot of times we see some bits of success from Jing with the ace earlier on, but when they start to feel that bit of wind beneath their sails, sometimes they get a little bit over eager. Sometimes they start to peek out a little bit too much. And then they start to lose positions up over by ramps, up over by site, and it's easy hits, easy breezes for Team Secret there on out.
I think overeager is one of the most perfect phrases or descriptors of their Valorant careers. You take the good with the bad, but I think overeager is right on the nose.
Wah, B jebol nih namanya nih.
Oh, going for a push, but with a bulldog. Gravity well comes out. They try to nade him out. He will be good for one. Overall, I don't think you're going to be nonplussed about that if you're Paper Rex.
If he did not get that one, I'm
oh, that would have been catastrophic.
But still,
obscuring, recovering it.
This doesn't exactly favor Paper Rex all that much. Sure, you lost Duelist. It's not that huge of a problem. But you lose on defense. You need players to be spread out across the map. And now, without those positionings, Team Secret gets to play around with the map a little bit more. They have that much space to work with. They have those options. In fact, it's just going to be Jeremy looking to blast back onto site.
Flash flies, spots, Jeremy gets in, finds the kill, spots another, the show gets out Mind Freak. Suddenly, 4 members strong, just about on the site. The late lurk here from Jesse Bash. Misjudged the plant position. Nade goes the opposite side. Now they know exactly where Jing is out. It's all about finding Benkai from here. Boombot cleared. He's keeping Borkum's position a secret. The jump out, he's got the right idea. He puts some damage in, but Benkai cannot follow up. Dubstep for one casualty. Secret are now 1 round away from taking this to match point.
And you talked about it, Seth. We had to see results from that timeout. Where is it? It's not here. What was that push into Garage? He did it alone. And it's just so painful because now, again, Jeremy has an amazing play at his hands. The blast pack was so good. And then the showstopper to secure a kill, followed by Borkum and Envy just to clean things up. They get the spike plants. They have great post-plant positions. And Paper Rex are caught playing catch-up.
That's going to be the pit, just cutting off mid, but from what we can tell, Secret have no intention of playing around it. Gravity Well trying to buy some time. Dubstep just going to go ahead. Tailwind out of this one. It's Mind Freak.
Aduh, timingnya Mind Freak.
And Dubstep breaks open the site once more. 2 kills. A Cosmic Divide now invested. Is looking to make this completely and utterly unassailable. Push getting ready to come through, but Borkum, he just strikes him down. What, the very frame that his head came out of the Cosmic Divide? How did he get that kill?
Pre-aimed, a little bit of a deadly premonition, and he senses those pushes from Paper Rex. Team Secret have been reading them like a book.
GG.
Or even just setting up a lot of these plays.
And look, they have to go save. This is one of the worst feelings in the world.
When you have these guns...
Tunggu aja Ben, Imo nanti habis taraweh ya bro.
On the hunt, they've now been found. Jing hit the 86. Benkai moves forward to try to reinforce. Gets the jump on him. And he'll at least get an upgrade for his troubles now. Doesn't have to try to carry through with a Spectre, and they've got a decent crossfire. The swing out.
Okay.
They clean them up. But the cash is plentiful, and Jing goes down at the end.
Ah!
And that could now
Konyol kieu.
Be everything. He does have a showstopper to try to rely on.
He's on light shields though.
Yes.
And that is potentially a big haymaker.
Oh,
this one Cosmic Divide just blocks off so much, and of course that frag from Borkum out of nowhere. Team Secret are finding so much.
Kita lihat apakah ulti Jing bisa.
Tuck their tail between their legs and turn away, and now they're playing so much more defensive.
Guarding for Forsaken.
Jangan Ben.
Going on this swing.
No.
They've got 2, but it's not.
Jangan.
Takes down Navaya, and now there's no flashes to speak of.
Completely gone.
The clutch god of this team eliminated right at the very beginning.
Nah, Neta juara 1 fans besar Lutpan Kumis Pasari anjing, makasih udah join member ya. Fans besar.
Clear that out.
Aduh, didirit nggak sih angle situ pasti?
Looking like he wants to strike. He does. Forsaken with a monstrous kill.
I've got your trail.
Cakep. One more por. Op, Bang Por.
He ends up getting caught by the Seeker. Benkai in the meantime as well. Completely and utterly blind. The decay expires. They're storming their way through. Benkai, does he go for the push? They drop down to the ropes. He misses the timing. But Borkum has lurked his way through. Catching Mind Freak.
30 seconds left.
Anjing bego si Borkum.
3 players up the live. Spike on Invi.
Licik nih orang.
Way through the back alley. The showstopper.
Kata Magic bocah, mampus.
Comes in from behind. Finds one.
Oh, cakep.
Belakang.
Borkum's taken
Sijin.
down.
Cici lihat bawah. Cici lihat bawah.
Once again, that beast play from Forsaken. Starting things off with the Guardian, and then catching on to how Team Secret would have gone with a mid-round adaptation to be. It was good. They managed to spike down. But what they did not expect was that showstopper, was Benkai coming back out from mid, nullifying this B tower defense.
What?
Oh, pasti dia masih nyantai sih kalah juga.
What?
Iya ya. 3-3 bro, tenang ya.
Liga santai.
Penting mah poin diffnya aja nih kalau dia mau kalah mah. Di sini.
Iniin Ron ya, menangin Ron ya. Kalah kalah tipis aja gitu kan.
Jadi nanti kalau misalkan poinnya winnya sama kayak orang, menang dari poin diff ya.
Iya. Aduh si Forsaken nggak ngecek. Dubstepnya udah sampai belakang. Ini namanya GG. GG anjing.
Tai juga
kenceng banget ya. Kedua. Sabar. Ya. Ulti kan udah nggak mungkin dong 1 lawan 4. Nggak mungkin sih. Oke. GG. Midnya masuk terus.
Burying those graves for Paper Rex. Just leaving them out in the open.
Yang ngebet perek 187 orang. Kita lihat nih orang-orang kaya baru.
From the back, up in front, dubstep, stepping up to the plate.
Biar. Nah, kita kasih subsidi dulu buat adik-adik ya. subsidi. 200. Dah. Anjay, Naufal udah 600.000 bro.
But so close the whole way throughout. Paper Rex.
Pinbray semakin di bawah namanya nih. Gila, pack 1 udah mau 100 ribuan semua nih.
There was not an easy map in this series whatsoever. 13-11, 13-11, 13-10. Down to the wire. Every
OTW top 1 kan nanis anjing.
A lot of heroic plays with Jing on the ace. This round, for example, but still, you have
balik ke
to
top
admire
10,
how
mantap.
consistent Team Secret has been throughout this entire series. What was it, 6-1 with their pistols?
Yeah. 5-1, finally dropping that singular pistol to a fairly ninja diffuse, just holding it down, and then still getting the last kill in that round. The consistency from them in those early rounds. Very nasty and something that should worry every team that still has to play against them, which is obviously all but Paper Rex as well as Talon.
Last round salah anjing.
Paper Rex, so it's going to be bittersweet. They start the first 2 weeks on a 1-1 scoreline, but I think that this is with these longer maps.
Udah adik-adik, kita udahan dulu ya. Gua kayaknya nggak nonton Gen Z. Gua mau mau langsung taraweh dulu biar cepat. Nanti kita beres taraweh lanjut streaming lagi, tapi nggak sampai sahur ya. Soalnya besok gua mau pergi, ada bukber juga. So TYD semuanya yang sudah mengikuti hari ini. Besok masih ada match Besok gak ada, maksudnya besok kalian nonton sendiri aja ya. Kalau besok nanti kita malam ketemu lagi sekitar jam 8:30 atau jam 9. Oke, TTD semuanya yang buat lompe. Selamat taraweh semuanya, dadah.
That it is. But man, what a set. I mean, this was
Dengerin nih suara
a
caster tuh.
contentious game as far as who to predict. A lot of people saying, obviously, PaperX are going to be able to take this one. I'm not even trying to call you out.
All good.
But, you know, I felt like there was a spark. There has been that dip from PRX. We saw them struggle. We saw them nearly drop that Lotus. And I wasn't sure if it was going to be fixed by now. Whereas Secret have been on this upward trajectory. It's, you know, obviously, it was never known as a fluke. I want to clarify that. When they took down Team Liquid over at Lock-In. We knew that this was a strong team. The fundamentals always looked good since they, you know, showed